Good afternoon, everyone. So, I would like to welcome our respected Chief Guest, Shri Karthikeya Tanda sir. He is the Secretary of the Textile Committee, Ministry of Textiles, Government of India. And along with that, I would like to welcome Mr. Nadigar, Dr. Nadigar, along with Shri Hassan. So again, a very warm welcome to our special guest, Ms. Geeta Castellino, and all our speakers and dignitaries over here. Again, I am Disha Bosher, Head of Fashion Department from JD Institute of Fashion Technology. So I'll be taking you throughout the entire program. So it is my pleasure to host today's conference, and like you know, it's about the National Handloom Day. When we talk about handloom, it is not merely a fabric, it is something wherein the heritage of ours is worn by hand. So I think all of us should look forward to at least owning one handloom of our own to respect India's culture. And with that, again, I would request the Textiles Committee to come ahead and give the welcome address. Okay. So I would like to call upon our Chief Guest, Shri Karthikeya Tanda sir, to come up and address the public over here. So before we do that, we would like to felicitate sir. So may I request Dr. Ila Dedia, Director, Anveshan Foundation, and Ms. Jigna Shah, Director, Textile Value Chain, to please present the memento to sir.
Very good afternoon to all of you. And I'd like to welcome everybody here to this program. And I have a bit tight schedule, so I requested them that I have a less amount of time to be there with you. But whatever time I have, I'm there with you for that. And I would first like to welcome Dr. Nadigar. He is an ex-laboratory director with Textiles Committee. I would also like to welcome Jigna Sahaji and Ila Madam, who are the pioneer here to organizing this event for today. A very heartfelt thanks to both of you for encouraging to have this kind of a program. And believe me, we would have done it earlier, but there was a lot of engagement on this Handloom week we have. And I think so if you are following Ministry of Textile, you would have seen there a lot of activity done by Ministry of Textile in today's Handloom week. And I was also present in one or two activities. We can't be there in everyone. But yes, we did and started with a GI facilitation also there. We did a big GI program and a series of programs which you would have seen on Ministry of Textiles. So handloom is a very important sector with us, and this is a way to recognize our tradition also. So you will be surprised to know that there are around 800 geographical indication GI certificate issued in India. Out of these 800, more than 423 is from handloom and handicraft sector. It means 53% of the GI certificate that is issued in India belongs to Ministry of Textiles under handloom and handicraft sector. That's a great achievement. And GI geographical indication doesn't even tell about the product. It gives its culture from where it has come, its heritage, its uniqueness, and everything is covered into it. And most of the handloom products are there nowadays. And Textiles Committee, we do facilitation of this kind of a product. Until now, we have done more than 85 facilitation in GI for handloom and handicraft sectors. And recently we are doing some program even in Nagaland also. Nagaland, Mizoram, we are doing GI for some of their products. So we have done a GI across country. So we are only the facilitator, we help them how to get a GI certificate. Apart from that, TC is also, Textiles Committee is also using Handloom mark for the verification and authentication of the handloom. See, our weavers are making this product by putting 8 hours, 12 hours, sometime all together, months together to make a one beautiful sari out of it. But nowadays the technology has grown like anything, and people are also can do and are able to do those products in their high sophisticated machines also, and within few hours they are able to make that product. So for handloom, people who are putting lot of effort in there, they should be safeguarded. For that, we have a handloom mark which gives the origin of a product. And we are trying to get that handloom mark, under regulation. Now what does regulation mean? Regulation means if anybody says that my product is handloom, the handloom mark has to be compulsory be there. Otherwise he cannot say that it's a handloom product. He is not allowed to say handloom. Well, when you go to an online platform where these products are being sold, you will surprised to know many products it will be displayed like handloom. But by seeing them, we can tell this is not handloom. And I was surprised that when I found an 500 rupees silk sari on some of so we were very surprised, and you will surprised to know you can find 200 rupees sweater also, written 100% merino wool sweater. Believe me, you won't get a 1 kg of merino wool and 100 rupees also. It's a minimum 900 to 800 rupees wool you will get, and how you can get a sweater out. It's not possible. So these kind of things are there to safeguard our interest. So what we have done is we are coming up with a regulation. We put that regulation in our TCA website for 30 days. Then that has to be put for 2 months in WTO website. That 2 months are also over. And now there is some other formalities we are working on it, and probably it will be coming fast. Second, we are coming up with an labeling regulations. Now, what is a labeling regulation? Why I am telling this? Because I can see many young faces, many students sitting here. So they should be aware what Ministry of Textiles are doing and what steps we are taking to safeguard the interest of consumer. We all are consumer. I am also a consumer. You are also a consumer. We all are consumer of textiles. So what we are doing in a labeling mark is every product that is been sold under packing in any of the unit, it should have a blend composition compulsory marking on it. Blend composition, what it is made of. Like yesterday I was buying a shirt for myself and it was written cotton rich. Cotton rich means how much cotton? 10% or 90%? We don't know. So it has only written cotton rich. So that will be becoming compulsory in coming next 3 to 4 months. We are coming with a regulation for that also. So likewise, Ministry of Textiles are taking lot many steps to improve it. Another important aspect we are working on is now sustainability. Now sustainability is another word, how to do and what not to do. So Textiles Committee in support of TISA, SBI and New Mumbai Municipal Corporation, we started one post-consumer waste. There are two kinds of waste, pre-consumer and post-consumer. Post-consumer is a waste that already been worn by somebody and it has been thrown. So we collect that post-consumer waste. We have 85 women, self-help women. We have trained them how to convert that waste into a product, and we are trying to sell that. And recently we have sold more than 6 lakh rupees of inventory to Bharatex website. They have given the bags made out of it to Bharatex, and it was very beautiful, nicely designed. We have made a folder out of it which was sold there, so it was an excellent one. But again, the problem is it's not sustainable. It's not viable till now. Our Honorable Minister Sri Giriraj Singh Ji, he is very passionate about this project, and he has told me कि Kartikeya Babu, you make it an sustainable work, and we are working on that. I am trying to find out new technology, how it can be done, what else we can make out of it. There are a lot of technology available. Somebody is making a plywood out of it, somebody is making bricks out of it, somebody is making something else. But again, it comes on a viability, whether that project is sustainable or not. Sustainable in the terms of money. So that also has to be there. Commercial, yeah. So we are trying to find out the solution for that also. Once it is there, believe me, in my website I will give you a full plan. And anybody of you who are passionate enough, especially young boys and girls who want to do something, some dent on a society. So this will be one of the best example and one of the best project to take up. You can take this up, we will do all hand-holding support in terms of technology, the know-how. We'll give you everything, knowledge that we have, so that we can open this kind of a center, a pan-Indian cross-center. So we are working on that also. Thirdly, Ministry of Textiles has come up with lot of schemes, which I will request all the seniors who are here to visit Ministry of Textile website and see there is a tax eco scheme that is coming, which will be on sustainability. Another 2 months it will be out, and one which is out is tax ramp scheme. Now that tax ramp schemes give you a funding for doing different kind of studies, basically. Study can be how much sustainable we are, if there is a product, how it can become a sustainable, or something else, not even a sustainability, something else also. If it is related to textiles, you can definitely go through that scheme. Take benefit of that scheme, basically NGOs and other institutes, like I can see many institute people, professors sitting here, so you can, even through your institute, you can apply to that. There is full scheme guidelines given in Ministry of Textile. And I have seen even IIT and IIMs applying to those schemes. But I don't see our basic institutes, those who are in textiles, applying for it. So you can apply that. You can do some kind of studies, how many fashion institutes are there, how it impacts the society, what can be done. So any kind of study can be taken, which will be 100% funded by Ministry of Textile or government. So this kind of other schemes are also there. Coming back to the handloom, handloom, if you go to an interior part of India, I have visited many interior part. We were doing some cluster development program for handloom. We did 3, one in Bisnor, one we did in Santipur, and one in South in Tirchi we did it. So where we brought all handloom weaver of an area together, and we tried to give them a market linkage. See, at the end of the day, what matters is how much I earn. If I am not earning enough, why I should do this job? That is the basic criteria everybody gets in their mind. So how I can earn, if I can do some connection with some buyers and I can get them some orders. So we did that, and what I have seen when I have gone to these villages in Bijnor area, there were only 1 or 2 handlooms which were the only survivability for the family. They are working there. No electricity connection, nothing there, and there are just ladies working on handloom. When ladies get tired, gents sit and he works on that handloom, and it's all continuing. And master, we were providing them all the raw material. At least they have some wages at their home to earn with and to do something. So this is also the one of the key area of survivability and livelihood in the rural area, where there is nothing, no other much opportunity present. And I am talking about 2008. Now there are lot of opportunities still. But what we have seen is new generation are running away out of this. So how to get a new generation into it is, this is the only way where we have to tell children, where you as a young student, I can see many young students sitting here, you should try to understand what is a handloom, how it works,
Also very young.
how it starts, and what are the unique characteristics of a handloom that has to be brought out, and it has to be told in a story to the public to get a better pricing out of it. I have seen some of the marketing demos that has been done in Western countries, where our handloom products, stories are being shown like anything, and they are selling at 100x level prices. I have seen those websites also. People are buying. There is no girl to buy. People love to contribute towards social and towards sustainability, and handloom are all products are sustainable. You know, recently IIT Delhi has done a study where they have found out the carbon footprint on a cloth woven on a handloom as compared to a bowloom. So they did a study, very nice study out there in that presentation that Professor Pippin is there, is leading that study. So they have done it, and I think the Center of Excellence has also been open in IIT Delhi. If you are following Ministry of Textile page or Textiles Committee Facebook page, I am only on Facebook. I am not a Gen Z, so I only know Facebook. I don't know other Zigos. So I only see Facebook. And Textiles Committee Facebook, we have put all these posts there. So you can go there. And another things are also there. Instagram is also there. So I am not aware of much Instagram, don't know how to tell. But yes, they are there on all the platforms. Only thing is you should have a will to do it. And will only come when we will think that yes, handloom is my pride. And the product that is woven in handloom, we have put lot of effort into it, and small stories, videos, nice designs can be produced by you people. Because we as a Textiles Committee, we are making lot of videos. If you see, we have just put a recent video on upcycling mark that we are giving. It's a very beautifully curated video, we have done it. But everybody is saying committee has done a good job, but the one who are complaining, we have not put their video there. But there are people who are not happy with us also, because we have not given certificate to everybody. We have rejected some also. So they are not happy with us. But anyhow, that's how I am making a video. I will put my things in there. So you can make this kind of small videos, and we can do many more things in handloom, provided we have a better mind, young people there. We have to come up with a new fashion idea as compared to the earlier old one. I have seen people transforming. Like when we started with an cluster in Santipur, it was a cotton-based cluster. A very beautiful cotton sari at 800 rupees, 900 rupees are sold, and we made an excellent catalog out of it, and everybody was happy to see it. Then we got an idea, why not to convert it into silk? So we made 50% of the cluster to make silk out of it. Even though silk was not their portfolio, they were not making it, but they earned huge, so people started transforming. So this kind of ideas has to come. An idea will only come when you as a senior academician and young students all together work towards one goal. Yes, we have to take handloom to the next level. Then only the ideas will come. And I have taken a lot of time. So if you want me, I will keep on speaking. So once again, I congratulate the organizer sitting on one on my right and one on my left. They are the instrumental there, and I also thank everybody who has come here for coming and joining into this movement of celebrating this Handloom Day. And it's my pleasure to host you here in Textiles Committee, and then one of the hosts here with all of you. And I believe that this half-day conference that we are doing will be very fruitful. We will learn many things. I've seen a beautiful products that are outside. I've told my office staff also to come and see, and they can buy if they want to buy. Same, I will also request you people if they can buy them, help them. It's not an matter, but yes, you can see the products that they are making are very excellent. And I've been told that one of the NGOs are working with both of them are working with the different disabled people, and it's doing an excellent job, at least giving back to the society. So we will definitely try to help them whatever is possible. So I thank you everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your insightful and valuable address. Your words have given us an important understanding about the industry and what responsibility our future generation holds. Thank you so much for being with us today. We will now move on to the felicitation of our speakers. So I would like Dr. Ila Dedia and Ms. Jignasa to join our chief guest to give out felicitation to our speakers. As I call your names,
I just like to say a few words. Dr. Ganda right now is a little busy. He's got another meeting which is shifted from morning to evening. And that's why we're doing the felicitations right now, because I'm sure he would like to be felicitated by his hands.
We'll start with our special guest, Ms. Geeta Castellino. Professor Dr. Monica Agarwal. Ms. Tasneem Merchant. Dr. Manjula Jagatramaka. Dr. A.S. Muralidhara. Shri Santosh T. Shinde.
Maybe you can present him also when he serves. ठीक है, तो सिर्फ संतोष सर.
Ms. Dhara Padra. Professor Dr. Anshu Sharma. Dr. Jignasa Shah. Dr. Pradnya Ambre. Miss Vijay Redia. Ms. Meena Lokare. And Dr. Ila Delia. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to giving all our speakers a round of applause for their contribution. We now come to the release of the Handloom Special Journal. This edition features the research papers presented by our speakers today, along with details of all our organizing partners. The publication has been jointly prepared by Anveshanam Foundation and Textile Value Chain. It has been published by Textile Value Chain. May I request our chief guest, Sri Karthikeyan Danda sir.
All the speakers, some here, it's your book. Your article is published. Some of you will come this side still.
May we have a round of applause for Anveshanam Foundation and Textile Value Chain for putting this publication together.
I'm sure you all will love it. You come, That's it, first set. We would like to thank Textile Value Chain for bringing out the publication. Efforts we put together, but the publication is the contribution from these. Thank you.
We will now move around to felicitating our organizing partners. I would request Ms. Jignasa and Dr. Ida Dedia to please share with our chief guest. I would request members of the particular associations to please come to the dais. So we have Anjuman Islam College of Home Science, and we have everyone who is representing Anjuman Islam over there. Please go there for the photo.
ये तो नहीं
सर आप आइए मैं फोटो निकाल देते हैं।
Anjuman Islam College of Home Science.
Come, please come here.
We would like all your students also to join.
Everybody from Anjuman, you can come here.
Everyone
You
can
see
join.
Photographs, come here. These are the organizing partners of this event. If you look at it, it's a very small event, but this is going to definitely grow much more. As Sir just mentioned, there is a very big vision ahead at a national, international level. So those who are here will surely take this vision further.
Next, we have JD Institute of Fashion Technology.
You will have to come. One second.
So next we'll have Sophia BK Somani. One second. I'll read it before this.
Sophia VK Somani Polytechnic.
So we have Sophia Shri BK Somani Polytechnic. Can we have a round of applause, please?
Students, whoever are there from Sophia, please come.
Next we have SNDT Women's University. Next we have members of the Alumni Association of College of Home Science, Nirmala Niketan.
All the members, please come here, alumni. All the alumni of Nirmala Niketan. Member बन जाना नहीं
Dr. BMN College of Home Science. And we have Sasmira Institute of Design and Textiles.
Thank you so
Can we have a round of applause, please? I would like to thank all our organizing partners. Thank you to our chief guest. And thank you for gracing us with your presence, sir. Thank you, Dr. Ila Dedia and Ms. Jignasa. We will now move on to the technical session.
SBR also. Can I take some journals? Journals. Nitin bhai. Arpit. Arpit is from the Janmabhoomi and Kashmir. There is just one token of appreciation today that we would like to be presented at the hands of Shri Ganga. I just read it. It is presented on the occasion of the National Handloom Day, which is held on Monday at the Textile Committee Conference Society for the Vocational Rehabilitation of the Retired. In recognition of its 6 decades dedicated efforts in promoting handloom weaving without knowing that it was handloom weaving. And last year when we had this handloom conference, we had to convince them, but they said no. Because they were using the pedal. The challenged cannot be using the hand. So they were using the pedal, but there is no electricity in the entire room. So that qualified them. So we had to get this, we had to call them here and get reaffirmed by the Textile Committee that what you are doing is handloom. And thereafter, it was he who came there, visited, he said me, Arda tas rahi, half an hour, because he had some other visits also. He was there for 3 hours. And 3 hours also, he didn't want to move from there. So this is amongst the adults with intellectual disabilities, empowering them with skills, dignity and self-reliance. This milestone was achieved during this event, and that is why we thought that that certificate is there, but this is more important to them. So remind you on the table that it's hundreds.
Thank you.
I will take your leave.
Thank you so much, sir, for your presence. We now move on to our technical session. Our first presentation is by our special guest, Ms. Geeta Castellino, Executive Director, Kalagoda Association, and Educationist and Advisor to the textile and garment industry and institutions. Her presentation is titled Direct Marketing from Artisan to the Buyer. Ma'am, may I invite you here to address the gathering?
I hope you are all okay if the presenters present from wherever, either standing or
Good afternoon and happy Handloom Week. I was not prepared to come over here and talk because I had mentioned to Dr. Igla that I'm just going to come over here and listen to everybody. She's telling me to read from what I have written in Fashion Value Chain, but I think that would really feel and you all, I prefer that you all read the whole magazine and it's very well printed and very well published. I'm going to talk a little bit about Kalagoda Association and how we are, last 26 years, we are actually working with the handloom industry and the weavers, the artisans basically, the dyers, printers, and how we are doing direct marketing for them through buyers, that is through Kalagoda Arts Festival. I'm just hoping and I'm sure that most of you know what Kalagoda Association and what Kalagoda Arts Festival is. Last 26 years we have been having this festival for 9 days every January. And basically it all started also online training for artisans pretty late. That was when during the COVID times. All of us know that how much we actually learned through COVID times and how we started to learn about online and what online trading can be. And that is when we started online shopping also for the artisans, because they were really doing very, very badly at that particular time during COVID. And it was such a situation that they could not afford to even have a single meal at home. And that is when we started to train them basically how online selling can be done to them. And marketing, sales, as well as we started doing a lot of training sessions for them later on. But in the last 26 years, if some of you have maybe every year visiting the festival, you will see that there are certain sectors and certain stalls which are meant only on handlooms. And we started last about 4 to 5 years after COVID was over, and when we started to get them also offline, then we also started to stalls which are given complimentary, which are given free of charge to them from different states of India for handlooms basically. And that section of viewers come to CS Embassy, that is the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya at the museum. And at the lawn, 9 days are given to them. So first 5 days and last 4 days. So total about 80 stalls are being given. And if any of you from there are artisans, there are students, there are colleges are there, and if the colleges want to even promote their handlooms, if you are doing anything with handloom section, with maybe natural dyes and dyeing and printing, then maybe you could also apply. Around by next week, we will be putting it on our website, Kalagoda Association's Kalagoda Art Festival website. We will be uploading the form which you have to fill up, put up your products photographs, at least about 8 to 10 photographs, and then submit it through email. And then we usually invite each and every applicant for the interviews, and only after the interviews we do that. Besides that, if you want to even go in for, if you do not qualify or if you do not feel that you want to be in that category, then even for the commercial category, you can always apply and go through the website and see things. But anything to do with artisans, anything to do with handloom weaving, dyeing or printing, if any kind of trainings need to be done online, then you can also get in touch with us at Kalagoda Association, which will help for the artisans piece. Yeah, thank you. I don't want to take much time because I want to actually listen to everything. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your insights. Our next speaker is Dr. Leela Dedia, Founder, Director, Anveshanam Foundation. Her presentation is titled Threads of Tradition, Handloom Weavers, Families and Sustainable Livelihoods in the Pedapuram, Uppada and Dala clusters of Andhra Pradesh. Ma'am, may I invite you to share your research with us?
I will just tell you all a story, and I'm sure it will interest all of us. The slides are there, of course. So basically, I'm involved with two legs right now. One is, of course, the textile craft and the textile section, the textile fashion, which has been my lifeline for 40 years while I was in the teaching career. And there are many of my alumni from different batches. So you would know that I was completely immersed into it. As I retired from the college in 21, thereafter, before that, in 2020, I started getting involved with universal human values. And that was something initially which I thought I didn't really need to do it. But I was asked to do it. It was like a deputation, I had to attend it. This was during the COVID time. And it was a 5-day online full-day session. So I was wondering, why is it for me right now? I'm in the eve of retirement, 6 महीने बाकी हैं. मुझे क्या करना है? 40 साल तो values ही सिखाया बच्चों को. तो अभी when I'm leaving, I don't have scope to teach them now. And then when I attended it, the first day I did it with a lot of resistance. And gradually I realized that this is not for others, this is for me. And on the third day, I got completely immersed in it. And I did feel that this, I wish I received it much earlier. I would have made a better person of myself. And this changed a lot of things within me. A lot of self-realization came within me. I know I'm sounding very spiritual, but yes, that is the journey so far. So whenever I'm visiting different universities for the faculty training programs, we conduct a lot of faculty training programs under All India Technical Board and under UGC. We are a team of about 20 faculties who are going across the country. These are from various engineering background, mainly IITs, and of course the other leading engineering institutes also. And as I'm going there, I know that every town, every village in India, every rural area has a craft. And this textiles is there all over. And that's how I started visiting the different clusters and centers. And while I was visiting them, I came across some very, you can say, very disturbing realities. We do look at handlooms as very beautiful. We may pay for it because we know it's handmade and we know the efforts that it goes into it. But there were certain realities which I got to know after I reached these villages. So right now I'm just covering these 3 livelihoods, the Pedapuram, Upada and the Dula. These are the 3 clusters. This is one of my visits which I went to Rajmundry. I don't know what this place was, I heard it for the first time. They deputed me, I took 2 flights. I went to Hyderabad, I thought then this is done. But when the tickets came, I saw that I had to take another flight. So I went from Hyderabad to Rajmundry, and from there we travelled kilometers to visit these places. Yes, 9 to 6 we did our workshop, 6 to 10 we did this. And these 3 clusters, you can go next. Basically this is family participation, you know all the handloom weaves. And Pedapuram basically weaves silk dhotis. They speak only Telugu, so I had translators with me. They prepare shirting material. Upada you all know, the Jamdani sarees which are GI tagged. And Dula is a very, very less documented hand-woven traditional textiles. Next. You would have heard of, right now the competition, of course, as all handlooms facing, is the power loom also. And basically they are less exposed, they're very remote, very coastal, so they have their own challenges. Next. So I could see that men were operating the looms. The women, along with their daily chores, was involved in the reel making, helping in the warping, weaving when her spouse is preparing something else. And what was the key issue? They are working from morning 4 a.m. They are working till night 9 p.m. Continuously the man is like this, working on it. 90-year-old lady is also working like this. The entire family is working on it. What was the situation? The situation was such that in spite of doing all this, the family would not earn more than 200 to 300 per day. for this entire work. And the youth, which youth will want to continue with this? Because it is not sufficient even to fulfill their basic needs. Now what has also happened simultaneously is, you have the saukars, the middlemen, who provide them the yarn. So the weavers don't know from where the yarn is coming. They don't know the source of the silk yarn, from where it is coming, where it is getting dyed. They are just taking the yarn from them, doing the job work, the weaving, either doing plain weaving like towels, shirting and all that, or there is the jamdanis on which have the dobby attachment. That attachment is also attached by the saukar. So whenever the saukar changes the design, the fabric is produced accordingly. Now after the sari is produced, it takes 10 days to weave a sari. After the sari is produced, the saukar comes to collect it, or they have to go to deliver, whatever is the arrangement. Now do they get this 200, 300 into 10? No, they don't get that. This money will come to them when the sari will be sold. It may take months. And another thing to add to all this is, because the income level is very low, they are not able to fulfill the marriage, education, health, whatever challenges, whatever the need of the family is. So they will borrow money from the saukar. And this is at double the interest that you would normally pay here. So if they have borrowed 5 lakhs, in very short time it will become 10 lakhs. So they are already under that burden. Their houses are taken away by the saukars, and so on and so forth. What happens at this time is that they don't know where the raw material is. They do not know whom to sell the final product to. They're not in touch with the market. They can't communicate in Hindi or English. So whom are they dependent on? The saukars. So this is a vicious cycle. They are living in rental houses. So from what they earn, most of it goes in the rent and their dal chawal. So you can understand what is the situation. They are extremely fine weavers, which all of us are so proud of. Upada silk, jamdanis, we are very proud of. But there is no way that they are getting that respect where they are. So we have connected with the university for whom I conducted the universal human values. I was conducting it for the faculty. And these courses definitely sensitize people to the people around. So they also wanted to work with the weavers. And because they wanted to work with the weavers, now we've taken this project with Aditya University. We have connected with the local region, the local university. Because we cannot be everywhere. So a Vaishnav project has spread to different parts of the country. This is one example. We are connecting the two, training the faculty. Whatever we can do, we are facilitating it. The teachers in turn are facilitating it to the students. I think it's lost. Doesn't matter. So with universal human values, we have found that those weavers, I had the videos also to show, they're literally crying. Yeah. They're literally crying. They are very frustrated. They feel unimportant. They've lost their confidence, and some of them also get a lot of suicidal thoughts because they can't support the family. And they know that the next generation doesn't want to continue. So that's also not a good thing for them. And thus the entire situation, we thought that there are many weavers who already committed suicide, and some of them have gone into vices. So to get them back to a better mental state, and so that they can appreciate what they are doing, we have also how we can connect them to government schemes for their children, their education and so on. There are many schemes, but which they are not aware of. So This is what we have recommended to the university, and this is what we are trying to work on. The university is very large, and that's the previous one. And that's how we've selected them, so that they can give them direct market access. They can form stronger collectives there with the help of the government and NGOs. Collaborative partnership, it's not a design institute. They don't have a design department, but they are there to help, and therefore it's an open invitation for anybody, any institute who would like to have their craft documentation, design development, to work further. This is the spot that you can help out. So women empowerment, youth engagement, this is the whole, that is that overall sustainability, so that we can preserve this craft and also make them feel better. Next. So more than weaving, handloom connects culture, family, knowledge and livelihoods. The rich skills, the persistent challenges, the artisans possess exceptional craftsmanship but face economic and social vulnerabilities. The sustainable development requires fair markets, institutional support, technology, cultural preservation and human development. Preserving the heritage, as we all know that every handwoven textile reflects the skills, stories and the lives of the artisan families. So the way forward is to empower the community while ensuring the traditional knowledge survives for future generations. And therefore we have acknowledged the artisans whom we have met, who have shared their honest endeavors. The Aditya University who has come forward in masses to cover up this entire work, and the volunteers of Advaishnav Foundation who are taking this further. Thank you very much for this. So this was not to discuss only the problem, because problems are many. Basically this is a solution-centric approach. That is why I focused on the problem, but also the solution through universal human values. Thank you. Today we presented an award to SVRR. You got your products? Your products to show? So as all of you all know, those who were present last year for the SVRR presentation, this is the rehabilitation of the retarded. They don't have a disability. They have a different ability. And let's respect that ability. As I said, when Shinde sir had come, he spent more than 3 hours. He will vouch for what I'm saying, that they have a special ability. If you look at those adults, they are not children, they are adults, whose parents are worried, you can circle it, whose parents are worried that when we are not there, what will happen to our children? Who will take care of our children? So here is a team from SVRR who is empowering these adults. So a new chapter in SVRR, which I just mentioned some time back, it's a 6-decade journey, a journey where they were practicing handloom weaving, but not realizing that this was handlooms. Next. Yeah, you can skip on this. We'll go directly. Yeah. So the recognition celebrates the SVRR's work in promoting handloom weaving, empowering adults with intellectual disabilities, creating meaningful livelihood opportunities and building dignity, confidence and self-reliance. Whenever you have an exhibition in your college, and when you know that there is going to be a sale, please invite them. Take their contact. Because what they sell is what the differently abled adult will take back that money home. And if you look at the prices, they are very nominal. And they are day-to-day use products. dusters, napkins, and so on. Next. You can see one of them on the machine. This is of course an upscaled product. Next. Oh, you can take it further. Those are the hand woven products which were there. Yeah, this is the entire loom setup. It's in Tardev, opposite Bombay Central Station. So if any time you think you want to visit an NGO, you want your students to get some exposure, at Nirmala Niketan for more than 10 years, we have been working with them, giving them different skills in tie and dye and stitching different products, designing, all that. But if you wish to, you can also get them connected with them. Yeah, next. So this is where we would like to applaud Mr. Shinde's work. It was he who gave the report, and that's how we got the Textile Committee Handloom mark for them. A certificate which was far from them to believe. They couldn't believe that they are getting a handloom certification. So thank you very much for this. Next. Now we are moving beyond certification. They have been working on quality. They are working extremely well on the quality. Every visitor who goes, they are asking the product, what are the problems they see in the product, and they try to improve it. She's also the one who's taking photograph. She's also part of the team. So they're creating products of value and authenticity. Whenever you want dusters for floor, for kitchen, remember them. Today also you can purchase some, they are for sale. Participate in economic activity. They build confidence through meaningful work. And ability deserves opportunity. They have a different ability. Next. So you are also guided by the universal human values. The objective is not merely to create livelihood, it is to enable individuals to discover, develop, contribute, and belong. Next. So this is, we have been giving them opportunities in exhibitions and sales. This was at the Priyadarshini Park, one of the exhibition. We've been participating in Kalagoda, we've participated in different types of exhibitions we've taken part in. Next. Yeah. And now we are working towards upcycling for sustainable products. We are working for that certification. And let us all support them in getting that certification at the earliest. Next. Yeah. So thanking for the recognition to possibility, and this Handloom Day, I'm talking on their behalf, is not only a celebration of achievement, it is a recognition of ability. Maybe the two of you are in this stand up so they can see who you are. It is a beginning of new possibilities. Every individual has the ability to create, and with the right opportunity, support and recognition, inclusive craftsmanship can empower people, preserve heritage, create sustainable livelihoods, and shape a more inclusive future. And I would just like to say that they are always welcoming new ideas. You can see them, they are very senior, but they'll never say no to a new idea. Everything is explored and experimented. And the more you are able to give them, the more growth will be there. Thank you very much. And I would just like to, before we proceed further, since the chief guest was actually getting late, Mr. Danda, I'd just like to say on behalf of myself and Jigna, that this is again an occasion of celebration, of course, of the handlooms, but an occasion of collaboration. And therefore, we announced organizing partners, because this is your conference. And this way, there are many such conferences that are planned where we can work together. Situations, certain requirements may change, but this is the format in which we want to work in for more collaboration. There is an opportunity for a fashion show, Mr. Danda just said so, and also for a big exhibition, a month-long exhibition. So if you have any upcycler contacts, or if any of your alumni are into it, do give your contacts to us. We will definitely connect you there. And those interested in fashion shows, you can also send your whatever your interest. We'll send you all an intent form and you can send that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Our next speaker is Professor Dr. Monica Agarwal, Dean, Chanakya Foundation. Her presentation is titled Rewilding Fashion Futures, Patterney Handloom Textiles as Regenerative Style. Ma'am, may I invite you to address the gathering?
Thank you. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity. Today I will just be talking about, I think I'm audible to the last one. Please take it. बिना speaker के भी हो रहा है? So I will be talking about our project where we have empowered pattern women with the design skills. It's not about, when we talk about sustainability, we talk about many things. We talk about that we should connect the weavers with the designers. So designers are the main people and the weavers are simply cheap labor for them. So it is not that. If we talk about empowerment and fair price practices, and they are the people who are saving our economy, saving the environment by using natural materials, and they have that heritage and they have that knowledge from their forefathers, and we need to sustain it by giving them as a full value as a co-partners, not as a cheap labor. So that is what in Chanakya Foundation we did one project with the pattern weavers, patterney weaver women basically. So I will be just taking through that how we have empowered them with the design skills so that they can design themselves. They need not to be dependent upon the designers for the design, and they need not to be dependent for the marketing for anyone. So they should be self-sufficient. They should be doing all these things on their own. That's what I'm going to talk about. Since everybody knows that Maharashtra has a rich history, honor traditions and everything is there. So patterney textiles everybody knows about, and I'm sure everybody having one, must be having one. And it as a tapestry weaving style and everything, where the designs are there, motifs are there. So tradition, we should not treat the tradition as static. It's a concept of rewilding fashion future, reconnecting craft ecology innovation, community to create resilient textile ecosystem. Contemporary adaptations are the only thing in handloom which will regenerate the handloom textile, and for which we need to empower the weavers. We should not be making them dependent on anyone to do all these things. This is what we have done, and as the ancient roots are there, we always, Ajanta Ellora is the main part where the earlier our forefathers have taken inspiration for creating the designs in patterney, and it has the influence of Maratha Empire and Peshwa elegance, and then colonial impact was also there. And if you see that patterney is not, when we talk about patterney, it is not only for women, it is for men also. Arshilaji used to wear a store made by the patterney weavers. So if we talk about product diversification, we should not talk about the product diversification only for women. We should talk about that for men also. So that is a big example. So it is there in our folklore, folk culture, everywhere. This Patni tradition is there. These were the traditional designs, and now the contemporary designs, they are taking the inspiration from other textile crafts and creating the Patni there. But now we are preserving our own Maharashtrian culture. How we can do that? When we talk about contemporary adaptations, it is about product diversification, design updates, branding, packaging, market expansion. So for all these things, we need to empower our weavers. And regenerative style through innovation. So renewing the environment, cultural, economic, by not using the synthetic dyes, using the natural dyes, that's how we can renew the environment. And it naturally aligns with the philosophy through handcrafted production. Recent innovations are strengthening the regenerative potential also. Natural dye experimentation, artificial intelligence assisted motifs. So I would be happy to tell you that the training we gave to the women weavers there, they have used AI also. ChatGPT, they were creating the designs, that how to create different designs and color schemes and color combinations. Digitally, we have empowered them to do that. And Patni as a regenerative style, when we talk about that, it is about cultural regeneration, environment regeneration, and social regeneration. Social regeneration means artisan livelihood, skill transfer to the youth. So when we talk about the youth, so they said that the youth don't want to do it because it is very cumbersome process and one sari takes or one yardage of fabric takes 1 month time or 2 weeks time or 3 weeks, and then they don't, as Ilham said, that the weavers are unable to sell, they have to depend on sahukars and everything. But now youth want to be independent. So we have trained the younger women also there. So how we should have taught them that you have to make this affordable, that you make the design in 2 days, 3 days, so make a small design and then use it for different type of product and then sell it. So that patience now with Gen Z don't have. So we taught them a different way to empower them to doing things in a way so that they should love to do it and they should adapt that. Young generation should adapt to that. And the process we have taught them that you have heritage, you have craft, handmade thing, sustainability, and then the future. Ethical fashion, cultural renewal, and community support is there. So it is totally, when I talk about all these regeneration, it has a cycle. So the cycles start from the heritage knowledge, then the skill, then responsible material selection, low impact dyeing, handloom weaving, durable finished products, and heirloom use, reuse, inheritance, cultural demand and appreciation, then artisan livelihood support, and again it comes back to the heritage knowledge. So this is it, and saris are made in such a way that they should not be made the way how it was done traditionally. They should be done so that it could be draped differently. Then there should be not the full sari full of design everywhere. Only the border will also support when we drape it differently. And then there are possibility of making the engineered design for dresses, a small portion of patchwork design. And these were the pictures we show the artisans from where. Now I'll just take it to you through the design process for what we have taught the ladies, and they have done the work. All the architecture heritage of Maharashtra, the vadas, they have all those pillars. From there the designs can be taken. These were the designs were shown to them. From there they have created their own design. Like this is the picture, so they have created this design. This is designed by one of the artisans. And these are again the designs which they created, and then they have woven also. So these are the hand-drawn designs which those women have created on their own. And they were surprised that they can also create the designs. Then all these designs, small things were taken up from that, and these were digitized also. So then if small portion is taken up and you can create a jewelry out of it, how they can do it, upcycle the leftover products, leftover yarn and material. So these were the digitized motifs prepared by them in ChatGPT and Gemini. And then these were the products. Like when I talk about that, we have to make it affordable. So if there is only a very small motifs are there only in the corner for the stole and in the center, so then it won't take much time to weave also, and it will be affordable also, and it will take less time to weave. That is what is the demand of the day nowadays. If you want the youths to do it, so how they can design. So the designs which were digitized separately, now they have been put into the sort of stoles. Modern design, when we say innovations, contemporization, when that is the first step where we have to do it. And these were the few designs which were then the color schemes were given. Only the motif at the end of the stole is there, which hardly takes a week's time to weave the whole stole, or if they spend only 3 hours a day, then it won't take much time, and the price will also be less. So color schemes, different color schemes were given to them, and these are the colors which were developed through natural dyeing, and small borders were created and geometrical designs. Yeah, this is it. These are the wall panels were created to patterning. Only one motif is there and rest all other lines. So it won't take much time in making it. So thank you so much. I'm sure that everybody understand that we want the revitalizing the fashion, empowering the weavers, making them self-dependent, not dependent on anyone, and treating them as co-partners, not as a cheap labor. That they are just the laborers. Whatever design we give them, just they will make it. And there is lots and lots of hard work goes through it, making the yarn, dyeing it, then putting it on the loom and creating the design. It's a lot of hard work. That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We now welcome Dr. K.S. Muralidhar and Joint Director, Textile Committee, and Sri Santosh P. Shinde, Assistant Director, Textiles Committee. Before we begin, we would like to acknowledge and thank you for your continued support and assistance. Their presentation is titled Indian Handloom Sector, Preserving Heritage Through the Handloom Mark Scheme. May I invite you to address the gathering, sir. Can we have a round of applause, please?
So, good evening all of you. Why there is so patience? Huh?
We are waiting to
Students? Huh? थोड़ा आवाज आना चाहिए था. Huh? So, today my topic is Indian handloom sector, preserving heritage through the handloom mark scheme. So, basic question I want to ask you. First of all, I introduce myself Santosh P. Shinde. I have completed my BE Technology Textile Engineering from DKT Textile Engineering Institute, Ichalkarji. After that, I worked in spinning sector, man-made spinning sector, quality control, and in private sector. In 2001, I joined Textile Committee as a Junior Quality Assurance Officer. I worked for 10 years in laboratory section. I have gone through various types of testing, physical testing, ecological, chemical testing. After that, I worked in inspection section as inspector, and for 10 years. And from last 2 years, I promoted as assistant director, Textile Committee in Mumbai. And I am posted here only in head office now. So, how many of you heard about the handloom mark scheme? First, very few. Nobody. Huh? Very few. So, handloom mark scheme. So I think from 80 only 4 or 5 hands are there. Huh? Only 5-6% persons know. Okay. In basic, I will tell you because students are here. So I thought that my topic should be started from root. So in introduction, the Indian handloom sector is an integral part of the country's cultural, social. Hello. It is on now. Yeah, you need to check it out. Correct. So the Indian handloom sector is an integral part. Audible?
Yes.
No?
Hello?
Hello? Yes. Indian handloom sector is an integral part of the country's cultural, social and economic development. Every hand-woven fabric reflects the knowledge, creativity and skill of artisans that have been preserved and transferred across generations, making each product a unique representation of regional and its identity. Next. So evolution in history will go. The history of handloom weaving in India extends back more than 5,000 years with the archaeological evidence from the Indus Valley civilization indicating the existence of cotton spinning. So during different historical periods, particularly under royal patronage and Mughal Empire, like in Raja Maharaja Shivaji Maharaj period. So we have seen the Muslim cloth, brocade and silk fabrics and fine cotton textile gain its international recognition and become the important commodities in the global market. Continuation in this in weaving technology. Earlier, how many of students know regarding handloom? Types of handlooms? Anybody can tell? Students? No. Only we heard the handloom name. But earlier there was the peat loom. What was the peat loom? हाँ, पीट लूम्स मतलब पीट निकल जमीन के नीचे गड्ढा खोद के उसमें ट्रेडर लगाया जाता था. Basically, weaving operation consists of 3 basic motions like shading, picking, and pitting. Okay, these are the primary motions. So auxiliary motions are let off and take off. Okay, so in pit looms ऐसा कटाई करके थ्रेडर लगा के उसको शेडिंग बनाते थे. शेडिंग मतलब dividing the threads, warp threads in 2 sets. उसके बाद picking, inserting the pick and pitting हो जाता था. So that was the earlier pit loom. After that in evolution we go in a frame loom. Frame loom. Okay, no pit. And next mechanism with the frame looms, a dobby, jacquard. You heard about dobby and jacquard? Okay. So next is the Indian handloom sector. We want traditional craft to harmonious combination of heritage, livelihood, innovation and sustainability. So artisans viewers continue to preserve unique regional weaving traditions while producing textiles that reflect the cultural diversity of it. So renowned handloom products such as Banarasi, Kanchipuram, Chanderi, Paitani, Pochampalli, Ikat, Patola, Jamdani and Pashmina. So these continue to enjoy national and international recognition for their craftsmanship and artistic excellence. Next. So we'll go through handloom and powerloom difference because it was the real challenge to identify the handloom fabric and the powerloom fabric. So how this handloom mark scheme came. Okay. So woven fabrics basically consist of 2 sets of woven, 2 sets of the threads, that is woven, longitudinally, and weft is a widthwise. So there are 2 methods. One is to making the woven fabric. One is the handloom technology, another is the powerloom technology. Okay. Next. So we'll go to the difference. You just see carefully. So in handloom, weaving process was manually operated by skilled artisans, but in powerloom, mechanized and electrically operated. So ये next production capacity handloom का कम रहता है, low to moderate, but in powerloom high volume production is there. In handloom what about texture, fabric texture? It is a soft, breathable and naturally textured, but in powerloom it is uniform, compact and consistent. Next, we are going to design characteristics. It is a unique, artistic and handcrafted, and in powerloom, standardized and repeatable. Selvage portion, side portion is often bit rough and uneven, but in powerloom, selvage are typically smooth and even. So energy requirement in handloom minimal, as no electricity is used, but powerloom electricity are used. Environmental impact eco-friendly for handloom with lower carbon footprint, but in powerloom high energy consumptions are there. Cost wise we are going comparatively higher in handloom and economical due to mass production in the powerloom. In employment generation supports rural artisans and traditional skills, and in powerloom requires comparatively less manual labor. Next. So horizontally, when we compare this handloom with the powerloom, the advantage of powerloom technology such as a high productivity, uniform quality and cost effective production have enabled the textile industry to meet the growing demand for affordable fabrics. मतलब हमारा कंजम्पशन इंडिया में ज्यादा है, तो उस हिसाब से पावरलूम इंडस्ट्री अपने को उतना प्रोडक्शन बना के दे रही है. At the same time, however, these advantages have not diminished the significance of handloom product. Instead, handloom textile continues to occupy a distinction position in both domestic and international market due to their authenticity, craftsmanship, cultural value, view, texture, finish, comfort, natural feel, uniqueness that reflects the individual skill and creativity of the artisans. ये तो फायदा है. So, when you talk about the handloom, we can say no two handloom products are exactly identical, making each piece exclusive and artistically valuable. In handloom production consumes no electricity, making it an environmentally sustainable textile manufacturing process. Next. So there was identification challenges. When we see the handloom fabrics and powerloom fabrics, there is a great difficulty to identify which is handloom fabric and powerloom. हम इंस्पेक्शन में भी जाते हैं, अभी रेलवे का इंस्पेक्शन रहता है, उसमें बेडशीट सप्लाई होता है, लेकिन उसमें वो पावरलूम नहीं रहता है, मतलब हैंडलूम का नाम पे देना है, तो हमको भी कभी कभी डाउट आता है कि हैंडलूम पे बना है या पावरलूम पे बना है. लेकिन ऐसा कोई मेथड नहीं है, स्टैंडर्ड मेथड नहीं है, कि कोई स्पेसिफिकेशन नहीं है कि जो हैंडलूम और पावरलूम आइडेंटिफाई कर सके. फील्ड में बहुत डिफिकल्टी आती है. जब इंस्पेक्शन के टाइम हम अभी सामने वाला पार्टी को बोलेंगे कि नहीं नहीं हैंडलूम नहीं पावरलूम है, तो वो पहले बोलेंगे प्रूव कर दो आप कैसा है. डिफिकल्टी है, आप प्रूव कर दो कि ये हैंडलूम नहीं है करके. आप इसको सर्टिफाई, इसके ऊपर लिख के दे दो सर्टिफिकेट गवर्नमेंट के हिसाब से कि ये हैंडलूम नहीं है. वो बहुत डिफिकल्टी आती है. अभी इधर भी देखो, इन्होंने टॉवेल बनाया SVRR का, इतना अच्छा टॉवेल है कि आप ऐसा टॉवेल देख के कोई बताएगा नहीं कि हैंडलूम. उसको लेबल हटा दो और फिर बोल दो कि कौन सा इसमें बना है. लेकिन मैंने खुद जाके देखा है कि हैंडलूम पे बना है ये टॉवेल, क्योंकि इसका सेल्वेज भी देखेगा. हमने जो प्रॉपर्टीज हुआ, जस्ट रीड दिस प्रॉपर्टी. पावरलूम में एक यूनिफॉर्म सेल्वेज रहता है, हैंडलूम में थोड़ा अनइवन सेल्वेज रहता है और पिक वेरिएशन रहता है. हैंडलूम में, पावरलूम में इवन पिक्स रहता है. लेकिन टॉवेल देख के पता नहीं लगेगा कि ये पावरलूम का है या हैंडलूम का है. इसके लिए ही गवर्नमेंट को ये बहुत बड़े चैलेंजेस थी. So there was a growing need to protect genuine handloom products, ensure consumer confidence and provide a distinct identity to authentic hand-woven textile, led to introduction of handloom mark scheme. Handloom mark scheme कैसी आ गए, ये थोड़ा सा मैंने ब्रीफ में बता दिया. Next. The handloom mark scheme is launched by the Honorable Prime Minister of India on 20th June 2006. The scheme was approved by the Cabinet Committee, and Textile Committee is the implementation agency from the starting of the scheme. From 2006, Textile Committee implementing this scheme. Next. So, handloom sector is an unorganized sector providing employment to more than 43 lakh viewers and allied workers. Uniqueness in design. So, it is a facing challenge from powerloom industries. So, to mitigate the effect of competition and to safeguard the interest of welfare of handloom weavers, the Ministry of Textile introduced this handloom mark scheme. Next. So primary objective of this scheme to provide a unique and collective identity to genuine handloom product, promote and strengthen the brand image of Indian handloom products. Next, enhance consumer confidence and guarantee conformance of the consumer about genuineness of handwoven product. Improve market opportunities for handloom weavers in domestic and international market through better price realization and thus uplift the economic condition. Next, protect traditional weaving practices and preserve India's rich textile heritage. ये उनका प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव से ये स्कीम बनाया गया. नेक्स्ट, सो दिस इज द लोगो इज डेवलप्ड बाय नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ डिजाइन NID. It is a 3-dimensional interlocking of warp and web, showing the institutes giving the inputs and the web, the artisans giving the skills. So logo is registered under IPR and valid. This validity is up to January. After that we will renew it. Next. So scope of the scheme. Who can apply to this handloom mark scheme? So it covers all handloom product. It is operational throughout the country, and the beneficiaries are weavers, society, and others. In weavers, 2 categories. Individual weavers are there; they can apply for handloom mark scheme, and society, primary societies are there. Apex societies are there. State handloom corporations are there. Others category we have made. Earlier we have covered retailers and traders. But from 2017, we found some misuse of the labels, so we restricted for them. We are not taking for registration of retailers and exporter. But who are the manufacturer exporters and other society self-help group, we are covering that in others category. Next. So the fees regarding this application for handloom mark scheme, earlier it was individually were 100 rupees, master viewer 100 rupees, primary society for 2000 rupees, Apex society 5000 rupees, but we have rationalized fees and we have revised to only 50 rupees plus GST, that is 59 rupees. हाँ? यूनिफॉर्म सबके लिए 59 रुपीज अप्लाई करना है. ऐसे हमारी दूसरी भी स्कीम है, बताऊंगा 1-2 मिनट में बाद में. नेक्स्ट. सो दिस इज द एक्चुअली हैंडलूम मार्क लेबल. ये लेबल ऐसा ही नहीं, पूरा डिजाइन लेबल आर्ट वर्क से उसका डायमेंशन रहता है. 2x1 इंच का लेबल है, उसमें ऊपर आपको लोगो दिखेगा और नीचे आपको QR स्कैनर दिखेगा. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग है. और ये लेबल ऐसा बनाया हमने कि ये नंबरिंग सिस्टम आप साइड में देख रहे हैं, 13 डिजिट डिजिटल नंबर है, तो कोई उसको हैच नहीं कर सकता. ऐसा टेक्नोलॉजी, उसको पता भी नहीं लगेगा कि कैसा बनाया. और सिर्फ एक ही नंबर नहीं रहता, हर एक लेबल को अलग अलग सिक्वेंशियल नंबर रहता है. नेक्स्ट. सो अबाउट लेबल, you see the characteristic. One of the most significant feature of the scheme is the handloom mark label incorporating a unique QR code, automatic label generation without manual numbering. Sequential numbering prevents duplicate label. मतलब किसी को आपको एक लेबल मिल गया, हम सोचेंगे कि इसको मैं दोबारा प्रिंट करूंगा, डुप्लीकेट बनाऊंगा, पॉसिबल नहीं इसमें. और नेक्स्ट, checksum validation to help verify authenticity and detect invalid or tampered labels or tampered numbers. Next, the label provides traceability by linking every certified product to its registered producer. मतलब आप स्कैन करेंगे लेबल, अभी टॉवल के ऊपर इन्होंने लेबल लगाया, आप कोई भी स्कैन करके देखा नहीं, खाली टॉवल देखा और आगे आगे पास किया, उसको लेबल लगाया. आपका नॉर्मल कैमरा में स्कैन होता है, वो स्कैन करके देखो उसमें क्या इंटीमेशन आ रहा है, तभी आपको पता लगेगा ये प्रोडक्ट किसने बनाया, उनका एड्रेस सारा डिटेल्स में आता है. आप चेक कर लो, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, द हैंडलूम मार्क लोगो डेवलप्ड बाय, एंड इट इज द लोगो डेवलप्ड बाय NID and it is registered under Trademark Act, so it is restricted to be used by only registered users. Next. So now एप्लीकेशन आपको जैसा बोला कि 50 रुपीज है, सारा प्रोसेस हमने ऑनलाइन कर दिया है. आपको ऑफिस में आने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप ऑनलाइन आपका मोबाइल नंबर डाल दो, वेबसाइट है www.hlm.gov.in. आप उसमें आपका मोबाइल नंबर डाल के आप पहला रजिस्ट्रेशन चालू कर सकते हैं. वेरी सिंपल प्रोसेस बनाया है. और लास्ट में आपको 50 रुपये भरना है, वो ऑनलाइन ही प्रोसेस होता है. जिसका पेमेंट हो जाएगा वो सक्सेसफुल एप्लीकेशन आपके पास आता है. ठीक है. एक बार एप्लीकेशन आ गया हमारे पास तो हम उसको स्क्रूटिनी करके ऑन साइट वेरिफिकेशन करते हैं, फील्ड में जाके ऑन साइट वेरिफिकेशन करते हैं और बेस्ड ऑन द वेरिफिकेशन एंड डॉक्यूमेंटेशन आपको हैंडलूम मार्क लेबल इशू किया जाता है बेस्ड ऑन योर प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी एंटाइटलमेंट. So scheme progress, the success of the scheme is reflected in nationwide. You can see that at the current status, more than 29,500 users across different capacity have been registered under this scheme. A big success है हमारा. The scheme has covered nearly 10 lakh handlooms and approximately 6 lakh viewer and 25 crore products are tagged with this handloom mark label. 25 करोड़ प्रोडक्ट को ये टैग लगाया गया है अभी तक. नेक्स्ट, तो आप इंडिया में देख सकते हैं कि कौन सा स्टेट में कितना रजिस्ट्रेशन हो गया है. नेक्स्ट, सो मीडिया एंड पब्लिसिटी भी हम इसके बारे में बहुत सारा एक है, पेपर में न्यूज दिया है, रेडियो जिंगल्स में भी किया है, वीडियोस भी है हमारे पास, रील भी बनाए हैं. नेक्स्ट, मीडिया एंड पब्लिसिटी का है एक झलक. नेक्स्ट, मोर देन आई थिंक 3.5 मिलियन लोगों ने ये सारी वीडियो देखे. नेक्स्ट, जैसा रेगुलेशन का एक लास्ट है, जैसा सर ने दांडा सर ने हमारे बताया था कि हैंडलूम मार्क रेगुलेशन भी आ रहा है कि टू प्रिजर्व द हेरिटेज. जैसा हमने हैंडलूम मार्क स्कीम है, लेकिन उससे ज़्यादा स्ट्रिक्ट रेगुलेशन रहेगा. तो रेगुलेशन हमने ड्राफ्ट बनाया है, अभी सारा प्रोसेस हो गया है, MOT के पास हमने सबमिट कर दिया है. तो ये अगर रेगुलेशन हो जाएगा तो हर एक जो प्रोडक्ट हैंडलूम से बना है उसको हैंडलूम लेबल लगाना है. अगर वो गलत इस्तेमाल कर दिया तो सारा उसमें सेक्शन के हिसाब से उनको पनिशमेंट भी होता है. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, तो इन समराइज द इंडियन हैंडलूम सेक्टर इज फार मोर देन अ ट्रेडिशनल टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री. The growing resemblance between machine-made and hand-woven fabrics has created significant challenges in distinguishing genuine handloom products, often leading to market misrepresentation. The Handloom Mark scheme has emerged an important initiative of Government of India to safeguard the authenticity of handloom product. And the last is the Handloom Mark scheme will remain a vital instrument in preserving heritage through the authenticity, identity, legacy of Indian handloom product, ensuring that the invaluable tradition continues to flourish by future generation. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Our next speaker is Ms. Tasneem Merchant, Creative Director, Tasneem Merchant Signature Label. Our presentation is titled Commercializing Agro Waste for a Circular Economy. Ma'am, may I invite you to share your
I'm requesting on behalf of everyone that let's make our presentation crisp. All our stories are inside the journey. So all the details we will definitely read it. Just bring out the highlights.
So yeah, I will make it very short. After I've done this presentation on garments earlier also.
So just a brief introduction of myself. Started as a professor with NIFT and I got the opportunity of working in the Textile Committee for agro waste. Is this working?
Yes.
For agro waste fabrics, promoting circular economy. So working on banana pseudo stem, this is just a few of the textile literature which I'll be going through fast since we are short of time and I'm sure everybody has to present their cases. So kilogram per hectare. This is the entire, it's a part of my thesis, thesis passion project which I'll be going through really fast, ma'am. So from waste to fiber, entire production process and application and technology uses. So from 2009 onwards, I have been using the pseudo stem on a very rudiment textile sector, which is the handloom, and even the spinning process has been done on the phoenix chakra, which was given to me by Sircot, and then I have given the same to the students from Sophia College, because like one of my friends is a counselor and she felt that the students who have Down syndrome can use it as pedal pushers. because then it became an outdated technology from 2009 onwards. So we also did a lot of work with Myntra and also with the Jute Corporation in Kolkata, and done the spinning of the fiber into the yarn on the jute spinning machine in Kolkata. So this is a bit on the spinning machine. I have got some samples also of the formation of yarn and weft which was done. And I would like to take you to the process of the design philosophy. I've got samples of jackets also, which I've presented in many international and national fashion weeks across the globes. I got some brand ambassadors also, so that we create a hype. As you said, jo dikta hai wo bikta hai, which is, I'm sure everybody knows. So it was very important for everyone, so that the buyers know that an agro-based fabric can also be fashionable. It's not only something which is used as gunny bags. जैसे आप जूट देखते हैं, we normally take it as a gunny bag fabric, but because it was woven on the jute spinning machine, it's a banana pseudo stem fabric which has got much more properties than jute. Primarily that it's a very softening on the skin. So it has many scientific properties also. Is there in the journal to read for the students, and the different types of jackets which I showcased in many fashion weeks. So here, this is a little bit about the banana pseudo stem fabric which was woven on the phoenix charkha, and the different conferences which I have showcased, press and editorial. So I would like to now talk on the two important uses, ma'am, which as you know, garments is one thing, but we all want to make it more commercial. And to make it more commercial, we have to look at different industrial uses. So because the banana pseudo stem is a very porous, when you wove it on the handloom sector, the short staple fiber, the filament fibers are very easy to be woven into fabrics. But when you talk about the short staple fibers and then they are bonded, you can use them as acoustic panels in sound music system. And that is, I think, a very good commercial viability aspect, wherein the producer is able to generate some amount of income. Because as you said, as sir also said, there are so many different people who are saying, "Theek banana fiber ki sari hai," but are you sure it's authentic? Because first of all, the handloom banana filament yarn cannot be processed. It's very difficult. Trust me, I've been trying for the last 10 years. Only if you make it into pulp form, sir, which other like China and Philippines and other countries have been doing. That's the way only, like one can make it into bedding material or sari or something like that. लेकिन actual अगर आपको handloom में करना है तो आपको short staple fibers ही मिलेंगे. Very difficult to get filament yarns. So that is why, this was another project which I undertook where we can use it in acoustic panels, and because there are, the resulting cloth, as you can see, is irregular and gap filled. Weave that another synthetic fabric cannot replicate. It's very good, so that the sound does not get out of the room which the person is practicing, the singer is practicing. So this is one thing which we can use as, beyond making into jackets and fabrics, we can use it for industrial purposes, and another is mattresses and bedding material. So, since my family business is into mattresses and we were using coir, of course now another synthetic material is also being used, but when we use banana fiber, because it has natural properties of softening and because it's porous, it's very good even for a back. When we all say orthopedic mattresses, कितने का मिलता है? Anyone can tell me how much are we buying for? 21,000 because of the material. It's a synthetic material which Sleepwell and many other mattress manufacturers are doing. So this is much cheaper because it is made with banana fiber, the pseudo stem banana fiber, as I just took you to the process, and again it is compact. You can also use the staple yarns and the filament yarns both, and it does not require too much of hand holding and machinery. So of course the cost comes much lower, and it's very good for the back also. And of course, I've just added a few products like bags and sustainable packing material, etc., which can be used, but they will not be able to fetch the fair price. So fair pricing, as I have done in the last 1 year, ma'am, is only when you use for something which is more industrial and which will actually promote artisans who are making, who are taking in so much effort of getting the fibers and, getting it processed. So thank you very much. Short and sweet, as Sam said. And anyone who wants to, get in touch with me, please do so. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Our next speaker is Dr. Manjula Jagadramka, Director Vedana. Her presentation is titled Tribal Women of Jharkhand at the Backstrap Loom. Ma'am, may I invite you to address everyone? Just a reminder to everyone, since we are short on time, we can run through
Actually, I just had a fall. I fell from the ladder, so I'm a little bit cold. Hi, good afternoon. I think most of the people here know me, and I'm doing a case study of an organization known as People's Institute of Development and Training. And incidentally, it's a good luck, my good luck, I should say. So Dr. Indira Das Gupta, she is the director of the institute at Jharkhand. So she is here. She had actually was away to Social World Social Forum from South Africa. She just traveled this afternoon. So that's why you're finding a little English. But I said, since you are in Mumbai, why don't you just be here? So a word about the PIDT from Indira's mouth. She'll introduce and then I'll talk about it. Please. Okay. 2 minutes.
PIDT, PIDT in short stands for the marginalized. So it's also called People's Institute for Development and Training. We are actually worked with, I would say, anything marginalized. So the people where we work in Jharkhand, who have actually losing their traditions of weaving. We have been working with them, and we are of course into education. The whole institute actually is an educational institution which seeks to make a more humane environment. So a more humane world where people can use their own resources, and with their own resources and their own analytical decision making transform the world. One of the, I think, we are very much inspired by both Gandhiji and Tagore, and weaving, we feel, handloom, we feel, is really like a heartbeat of the society. And we have been trying to promote handloom, and especially what is called the backstrap loom. The backstrap loom is a small loin loom which is primarily in the northeast of India, and here the Kool tribals have really adopted and accepted it as a way of life now, with the third or the fourth generation actually weaving this material. Yeah.
Thank you, Indira. So that's what, tribal women of Jharkhand at the backstrap loom. Next one, just one is a very short presentation. Now this is where I was in last February, this February, for almost couple of months I was there visiting. I've been associated with them since almost a decade now. Indira had spotted me by somewhere, I don't know. So I've been visiting that place, and that's where, the women are working. So that's, actually her father had founded this. He had been a disciple of Gurudev, and this is a beautiful place. I think the Indira is here, and I would invite on her behalf most all of you to visit it sometime. Okay?
Yes, please do try to come.
It's an organization which needs people, and that's what I felt, that they have everything. There's a very big, huge place she has. They have a place in Delhi also. They have a lot of things, but there are very few people and there are very little resources. So that's what, we need people to be a part of it, So that is, I was there on 23rd February, I think. So that was her father's, this is her father's samadhi. So I happened to be there. And next one. So handloom and handcrafted textiles, India's gift to the humanity. Now India is the only place now, maybe I should say, that we are actually doing handlooms and we are promoting it in such a big way. So this is where we can lead the whole world. Next one. Now that's about the paper PIDT she said. So that's, from their website I was creating the human operation. This also she spoke. See, earlier this used to be the pit loom. Now this is there exactly. You will find in the journal also the pictures. This is where the women who are working there. Next one. That's Lakshmi. So I have a couple of her videos also because she was in one of our organization, one of our Mela. She had come in June 2023. So I have a small video from there. If time is there, we'll play. So, and they have a very nice school, Anandalaya Public School. So this has been taught to the school children also very regularly. The school is functioning very well. The weaving project has got a little lesser functionality. Now still going on, and that's it. This is these are the, see, she was here in Mumbai, one of my Hands of India Mela, so their products are there. And yes, I've got one product since the Rakhi is coming. So this Rakhi is there. For 200 rupees I have it. So anybody who wish can just, this is made in Jharkhand by the tribal women. Okay, and the very authentic product. They make lovely products, those bags, pouches, lot of products are there, which sometimes I do keep at Vaitarna, so I will inform you. Next, that's it. This is when she was participating in one of our Mela during June. That's it. There's a small video if you can play. Thank you. This video was taken as an interview when she was presenting in Mumbai. At Mukti Foundation, we had it in June 23. So Lakshmi was present with the products. These are their products, Volume come so those are products.
आवाज काय था? वीडियो है.
She is one of their most effective worker, I should say. I think PIDT उसके बिना नहीं चलेगा ऐसा लगता है. She trains people, she makes the product.
तो आप कौन से फैब्रिक्स यूज करते हैं और प्योर कॉटन?
Pure cotton and woolen.
बनाने का प्रोसेस क्या है?
Manjula ji, can you show the other video?
अच्छा.
Which is if there's some time.
सब कुछ हैंड से, हैंड और प्योरली हैंड का. ओके. और आप झारखंड से हैं? हाँ, तो वहाँ पे ये बहुत लोग बनाते हैं. तो आप उनको एक नौकरी भी मिल जाता है, सोर्स ऑफ इनकम हो जाता है.
This was taken at one of the This video was taken in Delhi, one of the stores.
काम करते हुए ये काम करते हैं लोग. तो आनंद से लोग काम कर रहे हैं. एक जो काम करके जो पैसा होता है वो अपना बच्चों का पीछे भी खर्च करते हैं, अपना का पीछे भी खर्च करते हैं. तो बहुत आनंद से लोग करते हैं. बहुत तरह का चीज़ करते हैं.
sorry, ma'am. We'll have to cut it short since we are short of time. So sorry.
No problem.
Thank you very much, and you all can get in touch with me. Okay, thank you.
Okay, our next speaker is Ms. Dara Padia, faculty in charge at Dr. B.N. CDC Nanavati College. Her presentation is titled Digital Traceability in Indian Handlooms, QR Codes and Blockchain. Ma'am, may I invite you to share your insights?
Good evening all. So myself Ms. Dhara, and I'm presenting a small research kind of thing which I have done. So what happened is recently I had taken so basically I'm an academician, and I had taken students for a visit to NMACC, and there we were visiting few of the designer showrooms and all. So there we visited Gucci and Prada showroom, and there they were on the products there were QR codes, and students saw it and they were like they were asking for the details about what all fabrics are there and all of the details like how it was made and everything. So the helper who was there in the store, he just scanned the QR which was there, and all the details and everything was there inside. So they were asking कि मैम ये इंडिया में क्यों नहीं, like why we do not have this kind of technique or anything in India, and at that point of time even I was not knowing कि हैंडलूम में ये QR कोड का एक सेक्शन आया है where you can just scan the प्रोडक्ट के वहाँ पे एक बारकोड होता है. हम हमेशा लोगो वगैरह देखते हैं, या हम क्योंकि कॉन्टेक्स्ट में होते हैं तो हमें पता है कि ये कारीगर ये आर्टिसन यहाँ का है, सो हम उनसे डायरेक्टली ले लेते हैं. बट जो ये फील्ड के नहीं है उनको हैंडलूम कैसे जानना है पहचाना है, दे आर नॉट अवेयर अबाउट इट. सो QR कोड एक ऐसा है कि जहाँ पे ऑल्सो एक मैंने देखा कि वन ऑफ द पोचिमपली QR स्कैनर had multi-language things also, that even if the person is not able to understand in English, उसको दूसरी 2-3 लैंग्वेज के ऑप्शंस भी है जहाँ पे उसको वो नॉलेज आएगी कि कितना % कौन सा मटेरियल यूज किया है, उसका आर्टिजन कौन है, उसका GI इंडेक्स क्या है एंड एवरीथिंग. सो दैट वाज सो वहाँ से मुझे इंस्पिरेशन आया टू डू दिस, एंड आई वाज लाइक कि आई विल टेल दिस टू माय स्टूडेंट्स ऑन द नेशनल हैंडलूम डे इटसेल्फ. एंड फिर ये अपॉर्चुनिटी आई मुझे थैंक्स टू डॉक्टर डेरिया. So I am sharing with I think many of you all might be knowing because all of I think I'm mostly my seniors, but QR code section ऐसे करके कुछ है, blockchain availability है, वो कुछ concept अभी तक इतना awareness है नहीं. Second thing क्या हो जाता है कि जब हम बोलते कि हम reels बनाते हैं, social media करते हैं, तो ये younger generation का crowd ज़्यादा लेता है, but what happens is they themselves doesn't know what handloom is. उन लोगों को कॉन्सेप्ट अभी तक क्लियर नहीं है. जब हमें भी कभी कभी हम ऐसे जब कोलैबोरेशन में आते हैं वी कम टू नो डिफरेंट कॉन्सेप्ट्स की हमें उसकी अवेयरनेस अभी भी नहीं होती है. सो आई थिंक सोशल मीडिया से भी ज़्यादा इट्स लाइक कि कुछ ऐसा टेक्नोलॉजिकली कुछ बिल्ड हो, तो ये QR स्कैनर्स जो है या ब्लॉकचेन अवेलेबिलिटी जो अभी दे रहे हैं, इट इज़ हेल्पिंग सो मच टू द क्राउड दैट हमें भी अगर कभी कुछ ऐसा होता है कि वी आर नॉट नोइंग द थिंग, we are just telling students to scan it and see, and we are also looking at it कि किसने क्या बनाया है. So we are also getting in depth the detail about all of those things. So QR codes and blockchains का गोल ये है कि हैंडलूम को, क्योंकि क्या होता है when you tell it's a hand spun and hand woven, so even if you will see visually you will not be able to identify the person who is into that business or person who only plays around handloom will come to know by the feel or the texture of the fabric ये handloom है कि नहीं है. So also the marks which sir said, वो marks में भी अभी ऐसा हो रहा है that there are few of the designers, they are small scale जो brands हो रही develop, they are misleading a little, क्या भी counterfeiting types of marks वो लोग बना रहे हैं. So silk mark में there are I have seen brands who are doing butterfly motif. So तो they are playing because we know the in-depth detail of the logos and everything, but the common people doesn't know. So QR स्कैनर जो है उससे वो एक जो होता है कि चीट करने के चांसेस बहुत कम हो जाते हैं बिकॉज ऑल द डिटेल्स इज ऑलरेडी देयर इनसाइड. Then why does it matter? Because एक तो मेजर चैलेंज है कि काउंटरफिटिंग हो रहा है एंड जो एक्चुअली आर्टिजनल को जो वैल्यू मिलना चाहिए, जो प्रोडक्ट उन्हें उनके सेल्स वगैरह होने चाहिए, हमारा जो हेरिटेज है वो मेंटेन होना चाहिए, दैट होल थिंग एंड द होल कॉन्सेप्ट इज गेटिंग लॉस्ट. सो डिजिटल ट्रेसेबिलिटी में हमें क्या होता है कि रॉ मटेरियल एक तो आइडेंटिफाई हो रहा है कि क्या है, क्योंकि उसमें हम लोग लिखते हैं इवन इफ इट्स नॉट 100% कॉटन, दे विल हैव अ मेंशन दैट इट इज 70% कॉटन, 30% पॉलिएस्टर और 30% सिल्क एंड 70% cotton, whatever the blend or the mixture is. Then in production stage there are, like, if the fabric is naturally dyed or if the printing is done with natural dyes, या फिर if whatever the technique of finishing they have done, there are also scanners में link भी आती है जहाँ पे if you press the link you will get videos also that how that particular fabric is dyed and all of those things. Then verification, so quality and everything, क्योंकि वहाँ पे GI index कहाँ से है, location क्या है, कौन सा artisan ने आपका ये fabric weave किया है, also the dimension of the fabrics or the shawls or the dupattas or the dress materials or whatever we take, all the dimension की कितना मीटर से कितना width और length का ये fabric होगा वो भी उसमें mention होता है. So it's a simple consumer tool जहाँ पे अभी सबके पास I think smartphones है ही है. It's just कि उनको एक scanner code करना है and all the details are there. So I think training people how to scan the codes and how to look for the codes should be the main. मेरे साइड से तो ये मेन एक चीज रहेगा to make people aware about the scanners so that they are scanning it and all the details without asking anybody else. They are learning it by themselves. So key technologies used is internet loom sensors होते हैं and blockchain records होते हैं. If you all have क्या होता है कि हम there are a lot of designers who are working with the artisans, but वो artisans तक उनका appreciation जा ही नहीं रहा है. They are taking it them from say around एक से दाबो fabric खरीद रहे हैं somewhat around 1,000 rupees, but they are selling it in 25,000 online. But they are nowhere getting appreciated. So even if the designers or the online sellers, if they can have the QR scanner जहाँ पे वो लोग scan करके they read out all the details, so person will feel that they are associated with the artisans and they will get what they deserve. So it's a trusted record जहाँ पे सारे जो भी उनके records होते हैं वो cross check और verify होते हैं. Be it from the raw material to the end product to the packaging, everything is cross-checked, everything is recorded, and it's a very, I saw some of the videos and everything, it's a very tedious process, sir, whatever you all do for the handloom. It's the minutest detail of say a twist per inch or everything. It's such a tedious process to make because the details what they carry in that scanner is very important. As consumers, what benefits we get is that we get genuine products. We understanding the origin कि वो कहाँ से है वो हमें पता चलता है. काफी बार ऐसा होता है we buy the product. अभी if a handloom is been woven in Karnataka is different, the handloom woven in Gujarat, maybe both of them are cottons, but the feel and the texture and everything will be different because of the atmospheric temperature, geographical indication जो हम बोलते हैं उसकी वजह से. So हमें वो origin पता चलेगा उसका so that we come to know the texture, the feel and the product more in detail. Artisan story एक पता चलेगी and also we will build ourselves a confidence that we know something about whatever handloom products are available in the market. As artisans, digital recognition मिलेगा उन्हें where they will get the recognition which they needed in today's time. Greater visibility, protect craftsmanship and stronger credibility. Then for exporters and brands, ethical sourcing evidence, better transparency, GI protection and export competitiveness जहाँ पे even if there is competitiveness or we are exporting our products somewhere else, we are getting international recognition, our artisans are getting international recognition and handloom is getting international recognition. So it's also a mark towards the sustainability where जो भी हम करें हैंडलूम के लिए is always going to work towards sustainability. There is no doubt about it. So these are few of the examples like which I have studied. Like Banarasi Silk has now started a detailed QR scanner. Pochampally Ikat has it. Also India Handloom brand, जहाँ पे it's a website where you are getting all handloom product, and whenever you are buying any of the product from them, you will get all the details. I think last year we had megastores.com. Kailash sir थे. Who was making online, उन्होंने एक shop create किया था online where all the artisans who are not the traditional doing it from generations, but they have started for their own independency and for their own earning. They had started their all small products and everything. So वहाँ पे he has made it available कि वो लोग जब भी product cart में करेंगे, जब भी वो लोग खरीदते हैं उनको एक कार्ड मिलता है कि ये कौन से कारीगर या आर्टिजन से आया है. Also when you get the bill, on the back side of the bill there is written note about the artisans and everything. So this is kind of a tag which you get. तो स्कैनर होता है, ऊपर थोड़ा बहुत ब्रांडिंग भी होता है, and there is a scanner, so whenever you scan the product you get all the details about the product. So there are also when there is some technique used in dyeing or spinning or anything, the video or the pictures are attached to that particular thing, showcasing that what is that typical identity of that particular handloom product. So challenges are that एक होता है कि the carigars or the artisans which are there, they are kind of the literacy rate is very low. So there are students, there are trainers who are volunteering to train them for that digital thing, कि जहाँ उनको जो एक credit मिलना चाहिए वो मिले, and how to put down all their stories or all their details about the product so that they can put it in the GI or the QR scanner. Rural connectivity, there is lack of standard digital infrastructure क्योंकि हर एक इंडिया के कहीं पे भी कॉर्नर में जाओगे तो नेटवर्क इश्यूज और ये सब होता है. Then the technology is not that too advanced in the villages and the rural campuses, तो वो एक challenge है. Need for technical training, तो अगर if the younger generation comes in and they train people how to use social media, how to use GI tags and all of those things, it will help them a lot in doing their own business. So what can be done is start with the QR identification. So I'll suggest everybody, whenever you are buying a product, students especially, please look for scanners and scan the code and see all the details, or will get all the details in through that. Also पायलट ब्लॉकचेन क्या हो जाता है कि whenever there are middle person coming in, ठीक है, तो उन लोग का जो प्रॉफिट उनको मिलना चाहिए वो नहीं मिल रहा है. So creating a blockchain. Now if you see, if you all have visited पारंपरिक कारीगर, since 3-4 years they have started this concept कि उनको बिल है काउंटर पे सारे लेने हैं, and वहाँ से you get the bags checked and everything. Why they are doing it? किसी को लगेगा कि पारंपरिक is taking some advantage or something like that. But they are making this concept of blockchain available, जहाँ पे जो artisan को मिलना चाहिए value, they are giving them whole part, and they are taking care of that. They are not getting cheated by anybody anywhere. Then training artisans, building traditional traceability platforms. So जहाँ पे एक standardized solution हो, जहाँ पे कहीं अगर ऐसा है जहाँ पे GI tag या scanner नहीं पहुँच सकता है. So creating a standardized recipe kind of a thing where we are able to see what the product is about, making a handmade note or something that through which we can identify, and promote consumer awareness. So by promoting, like having this kind of collaborations and promoting it more in common people, will make this thing more accessible to people. So my conclusion is QR codes will make the product information available very easily, understandable by all, understandable by the people of textiles, fashion, and also the common people, and making the sales of handloom more and more and maintaining the heritage of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Next speaker is Dr. Jignasa Shah, HOD, Sophia Shri PK Somani Polytechnic. Her presentation is titled Reviving Handloom Through Contemporary Design, Case Study Maisa Clothing. Ma'am, may I invite you to share your case study?
Okay, good afternoon everyone. So the topic of So basically, I worked in reviving handloom. So first of all, the students over here, they know why we are celebrating National Handloom Day on 7th August. Anybody from the student side? I know all the professors, I know. Student side, why do we celebrate on 7th?
And why on 7th?
The answer is there on my slide.
Why we are
7 अगस्त को
Anybody? 7th August. Why on 7th August? Because that is the day where in 1905 we started the movement for Swadeshi. Okay, that's why it is been celebrated on 7th August. It seems we boycotted all the foreign goods and we started with the handloom. And I think from 2015 onwards, we are celebrating this National Handloom Day. We know that India was known for its textiles. You know, it was Sone ki chidiya. You know, we were very, very prosperous. That's because of our textiles. The agriculture and after that the textiles. So the weaving was not only a piece of fabric, but it used to carry skills, memory, identity of every different region. You know, so we are always known for our textiles. If you see in our literature also, I just remember Santa Kabira. He was a spiritual thinker, and you know, they were not only like just making as a piece of fabric, but it was so much part of the life. You know, so if you read Santa Kabira, he says, "Jini jini bini chadariya, kahe ka tana, kahe ki bhari, kaun tar se bini chadariya." Meaning, all this, he relates this, the piece of fabric with the body and life. He says that after all, how we are making our own life, you know, whether it is pure or whether it is unstained, you know, that's how. So this is all there in our literature. So we are all known for our textiles, and if we lose handloom, we are losing these hands. We are losing the hands of weavers, the artisans, and all sort of the whole ecosystem. You know, like they were good spinners, they were weavers, they were dyers, printers, embroidery. The whole ecosystem of our heritage will be lost. So definitely we need to work on it. And we know that earlier we were known for textiles, but from the time, you know, the Britishers came, there were many rules against this, there were taxes laid, you know, the policies made in a way, and that's how the machine-made fabrics entered, okay? And I'm sure everyone must be learning this in their own colleges, but do find out more about it, you know. So here, me and my daughter have started a small venture where we are just talking about reviving the handloom. That does not mean that we have to go backwards.
So what we need to do is that bring our heritage and bring it into valuable products and that can relate for our future. So at MISA we worked with the Khadi handloom and we made our own prints and sorry, there is a video. Samir sir, can you help me? There is a video which I want to play. It's not connected. You can complete the presentation first. All right. Okay, just wanted to show you a brief that how this whole venture we had started. Okay, and so basically what we wanted is so vision and mission of this venture was to bring awareness about the handloom and at a very like to all the lay people, you know, why handloom and why we should use this. I'm very sorry. Okay, right. So it was mainly to bring awareness about the handloom, that why handloom. So because the fabric itself is very comfortable, breathable, you know, and every piece is very unique. Like whether even if it is made by one region only, the person who is making, so the fabric itself will become very, very different. And it of course generates employment when we are talking so much about the unemployment. So with this handloom, it will do that. Also, it will stop migration because we know all the metropolitan cities are becoming overcrowded. In search of all the job and all that they come here, we have been hearing this, that so much of migration is happening, and so I think definitely the handloom is which we have chosen, and it is eco-friendly in nature, and this is the awareness we wanted to bring it through our venture. And so we have worked on it. Definitely I wanted to show you a few designs which is not playing right now, that what kind of designs we did. While doing all these things, definitely we came across many challenges. You know, the first challenge which we faced was the fast fashion. You know, though we say it is for the customer, you know, to convince them that why we should buy handloom, because when customer wears for them, this is my own experience, because they like to wear it only if it appeals to them. Okay, and definitely the price is the something which they always compare. You know, so with fast fashion, with so much of volume which has been created, and at the speed when it is being created, you know, so that time it becomes difficult. I have come across with the question when they say, oh, if it is handloom and if it is khadi, why is it expensive? This is the question I have got it. They also say, then sometimes also we say it is made in India. So they say, oh, but if it is made in India, why it is expensive? You know, so I think there is a market for it. There are people who admire, but though the price factor plays a very important role, you know, when you go to market these products. Other problem what we have faced was the texture. You know, they are so, they really like a smooth texture.
Because this whole exercise we started first with the children's wear, because we thought that why not give it to the children's, because they are the one who really need very skin friendly fabric, very breathable fabric, and so the texture played a very important role. So then next time when we went to our weavers, we told them and they said, okay, of course we can also work on it. And one of the weavers just said that we can, in past we used to treat this fabric with cow dung, So to my surprise, he just got little cow dung, from the roadside, and he said we are going to treat this fabric with that. And he did it, he just dissolved that little bit of cow dung in a water, and he had just put one than of the fabric in that. We kept it overnight, and that really gave a good result. But all these things is commercially little difficult. But yeah, so that's why the texture had played this role in this. The dullness, they just want little luster and the shine, what is really fascinated them. Also the stretchability, in the kids wear when you go and to explain them. So the knits fabric really has played an important role in this market. Then also the customers who are so much for the brands, they just want branded things for their kids. They tell us also proudly that, oh no, my daughter wears only Zara and they wear H&M and all that. Also the today's the parents, when you are talking to them, they buy only when the kids, they like it. The kids get attracted to all the cartoon characters printed on t-shirts, no matter how they are printed, because my whole PhD under Dr. Ilan Dedia was on that, where we learned about all textile printing, what kind of print paste which are used, which are all PVC based. Some of them are also carcinogenic, but it doesn't matter when it comes to purchase. To be very honest, many educated people, they pay least attention to such things. So anyways, maybe this certificate is there, the Handloom certificate for the fabric, but when it comes to garment, there are no certificates, and especially in India. And so that is something which is like the customers don't know that. We had started this project first online. We thought let's give it to the mass and let's see how it goes. Online people don't recognize because there are so many similar kind of the products, and the description is written very well. Everybody say 100% natural, handloom, lot of things, but there are no genuine products. When you see the two products in front of you, and that's how you can immediately make out that this is not handloom or this is not 100% cotton. But in spite of not even having 100% natural cotton, these terms are very common, on online thing. So we also started going to different exhibitions, where we thought that it is important that we meet the customers. And so we have done that. We went to many metropolitan cities, and there is a market. There are people who do understand. I would not say that, but when you personally meet them, you will understand. Yeah. So, but what I want to say this is that what really helps is the design innovation, and also the platform what you create, digital platform, where you can also give different stories, and where you can educate people. And yeah, so then personally meeting to all the customers probably, though I would say my own observation, they did not get carried away because it is made in India or because it is handloom or because it is khadi. I'm very sorry to say this, but I have experienced this. I have tried to speak to them. What matters is the design, what looks good. That really matters. So definitely we need to work with the design. So today all the youngsters who are sitting over here, I really want to tell them that come with nice design innovations, and definitely, the handloom what you make, you make it wearable. They should really like it. If they like it, they wear it. and then they can connect it. Because many of our customers did not buy it because this was khadi or a handloom. They bought it because they liked the design. But now they are telling us, oh, because it is so comfortable, my child wants to wear this only. Every time they say this, that oh, this is something which is very comfortable. So but this is what I really want to say, that if we want to preserve our heritage of handloom, please make good designs, and not necessary that we have to tell our youngsters and youth that you have to preserve heritage. That tradition and the modernity can go hand in hand. They don't need to choose it, they need to combine it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Our next speaker is Professor Dr. Anshu Sharma, Head of Department Textile Science and Apparel Designing, SNDT Women's University. Her presentation is titled An Overview of Traditional Weaving Units of Meghalaya. May I invite you, ma'am, to address the gathering.
Hello. Good afternoon, one and all. I think ready to hear me now? Yes. Actually, I think very few have visited the northeast of India. How many of you have visited the northeast? Very few, very limited. And I have worked around 10 years in Meghalaya. And I work very close with these weavers. I got one ICR funded research project. I worked with these weavers for around 1 year, and whatever is the actual status of these weavers, I am going to present it here. Yeah. So where I was working, it is one of the district of Meghalaya, that is West Garo Hills, situated in Meghalaya. And where is the Meghalaya? I think so many of you are not aware. This is the red portion. It is the Meghalaya only. These are the list of districts. I will do the first. Under this district, I have selected the 4 blocks of that particular district: Rongram, Beta Singh, Salsila and Dadangri. And from each block, 25 textile units were selected for study purpose. So actually, if you know a little bit about the Meghalaya is the habitant of 3 major tribal groups, that is the Garo, Khasi and Jaintia. And whenever you will search on the internet, very less information is available about the Garos. Most of the information is available about the Khasis, because Khasi is the dominant community there. And always there is a cold war between this Khasi and Garos. That is why less information about the handlooms of Garos are available here. So very fast I will move. Most of the people, they belong to Christianity. And other than this, very small percentage of Hindus are there, and some other small tribal groups, that is Rabha, Hajong, Koch, all are the other tribal groups are present there. As the name indicates, West Garo Hills, so maximum around 80% people belongs to Garo community only. Age group of the weavers, approximately 74% were around 31 to 50 years of age. And education level was not good, only primary level. And monthly income was also very less, 5,000 to 7,000 in more than 50% cases. Reason of doing weaving is a very important part. In most of the cases, people are doing weaving for the earning purpose. But it is a different case in the Northeast India. It is a part and parcel of the family life. It is their culture. In every family, one loom is there, and it is expected from, specifically it is the monopoly of women there. Men do not weave there. And it is expected from a girl to get married, basic qualification, ki girl should know the weaving. That is the thing. Another thing I will just highlight, in Meghalaya it is a matrilineal society. Means after getting marriage, boy will come to the girl's house. Yeah, that is a culture there. And these are the just number of workers working in the unit. You will see very few workers, because most of the workers were the family members only. And here the hours of working, because their sun rises very early and sunset is also very soon, around 5 or sometime in the winter 4:30 also. So they work only 6 to 8 hours. When we talk about the fiber, so normally they use the acrylic fiber. Acrylic is light in weight and cost is less and durability is more. And other than this acrylic, they use the cotton, silk, wool, they are also being used. These are the basic structure, the way they work. That thing we already have told you, I have told you. Weaving resource, when we talk about the weaving resource of Meghalaya, so Meghalaya has about 41,000 to 42,000, around 42,000 handlooms and around 43,000 handloom weavers. And some government operated training centers are there about the handloom. So these are in the Mendi Patthar in the East Garo Hills. This is the one of the district. Resumelpara in North Garo Hills, another district. William Nagar, East Garo Hills, and Technicala in West Garo Hills. These are the types of yarns which they use along with their costs. So cotton, silk, wool, acrylic, polyester. And how many dakmanda? Dakmanda word I am using it here, but I will show you the picture later. That is one lungi kind of thing. Ladies used to wear. So from 1 kg polyester, 5 dakmandas are formed. From acrylic 3 to 4, and from cotton 5 dak sari. That is another type of garment. And for decoration purpose, normally they do the extra figuring technique, and only sometimes the embroidery technique. These are the raw materials which are used for the decoration purpose. They are having their own name. They have given Rolex, Dolly, Bonali Path, M acrylic, Anchor, we all know the name. And cotton skeins are also being used. This is the size of those yarn which are used for the decoration purpose. And this is the number of pieces what they produce in the units. Dakmanda, Daksari, shawl. I will show you the pictures of all, then it will be clear to you. This is actually the Dakmanda. It is a typical Garo costume. It is a wraparound kind of thing worn by the ladies. And typical thing, if you will see, it is a 12 inches border is there. Above that, floral motifs are there. And they are very particular about the width of this border. If you want to change, they will not allow you. I think Manjula madam is wearing the jacket. It is the same type of border she has used. I think she purchased it from the Shillong. Just I was talking with her. And mostly for making this dakmanda, cotton and acrylics are used. These are the more pictures, and everywhere it is a geometrical motif, diamond shaped motif, and it is a typical style. And these are the shawls and chadar. They use it. And nowadays in a modern society, girls they have made the sets of these things. Dupattas are there, wraparound, and tops are there, matching one. This is the dark sari. This is also the typical wraparound kind of thing, but it is a plain body and geometrical lines in the border. And in their day-to-day activities, they prefer to use dark sari only because it is made up of cotton normally. These are the waistcoats. Normally, gents during their ceremonies and festivals they wear it. In the earlier time, this jacket were made from the bark. But nowadays they use their traditional motifs like drum, shield, warrior, this kind of motifs, and along with it, if you will see, glass beads they use, and they use it in their ceremonial functions. This is a very common bag. If you will go in the Garo Hills, every man, woman, old, young, all are carrying this kind of bag. This is again the same kind of motif they are using it. This is the coative, this is the headgear, and on their ceremonial functions they wear it. They fold it in the multiple times, and along and over that hornbill feathers are kept. And nowadays also they are using. Do not think it is a older days picture. At present also, if you will go in their festivals, you will find people wearing this kind of headgears. And for decoration purpose, they are using that glass beads. This is the pendra. This is for the warrior thing. Whenever they use the shield, So at present, during their cultural events, they used to wear such kind of dresses to showcase. This is the Gandu Mahal. This is the, in the previous time, gents used to wear apron above knee. And typical designs are there. Blue stripes, black and this white geometrical designs. There are not too much variation of designs are there. They are using their own typical color combinations and typical designs only. This is for ladies, Yana inking, because earlier before this manufacturing of this dark mandas, ladies were wearing such kind of dresses. No top, only that upper part is covered with the cloth. And this Ghana inking, that is the lower portion. Another type, that is the Hajong tribe, in the Meghalaya, Garo hills only. They wear, their red color is the dominant one. With the red combination, they use either purple, blue, green, other combination, but always red will remain there. That is the thing. So, part thing is that lower portion, they tie it from here only, along this armpit. And argan, it is a handwoven dupatta. Ningti, it is a traditional handwoven lower garment. And this gamcha by the gents. If you will see, all are wearing from the armpit. And color combination mein always red will always be there. This is the time they take to weave one dark manda with full intricate design, medium design, all details are given. This is the process, the way they do the designing. Firstly, they transfer design on the graph paper. By using this thread, they fix all threads ki how that shade will form to make the design. It will be fixed. Then it will transfer to the loom, and finally dark manda will be woven. These are different motifs they use. That is a diamond motif, stripe, sword shield, naturalistic motifs, stylized motifs, geometrical designs. And the price of handloom products depends on the intricacy of design, area covered by the design, raw material used, acrylic, cotton, silk, and compactness of weave. This is the price of the dark manda. If it is an intricate design, 3,000 above. These are actually costly. If you will see, it is length, width is around 1.5 meter like this. So, but little bit costlier. So all prices are given here. I will not read it. This is the infrastructure of facility. You will see it is very low. Just tin shades are there, and handlooms are kept. And even mud floor is there. Nothing is there. They are just keeping the loom and doing the weaving. And their fixed capital investment, if you will say, you will see, so very less investment. Only in the thousands they are doing, and they are doing the weaving work. So how they are selling? So some people they are making only for the family. Some are selling through mediators, and some are selling through cooperatives also. And normally they make as per the demand. Directly, if you will go to the market, only few pieces you will get. Otherwise, typically you will have to give order. They will take their own time, 15 days or 1 month, then you will get your product. Most of them, they are investing their own money, no support from the government or any other sector. Very less they are getting. Type of loom, we were discussing, I think, in the previous discussion. So they were using the loin loom or backstrap loom, throw shuttle, fly shuttle, dobby. Only in some training centers, dobby and jacquard part is being attached. And one semi-automatic loom, that is Chitaranjan name is given, that is also used. So I will not go in the detail about the looms. I will just show you the picture. It is a backstrap loom, throw shuttle loom, fly shuttle loom, and only the bamboo fencings they use, if you will see. This is the typical unit you can see. These are the different other implements which are used for the weaving purpose: chakri, charkha, bobbin frame, makku, all those things. Now problem what they face. The common problems of weavers, what we already have discussed about the handloom weavers, it is there. Just a minute. Few more problems because Meghalaya ka climate, that is too much rain is there. Another reason is the hilly terrain. So that two things also add another problem to these weavers. So I will not take too much of time. I think
conclude.
Yeah, I will just conclude.
There are two more presentations.
I know, ma'am. I am just. So just I think it is a common thing. Just I will this circulate this thing. But what we did, we just made few new products out of this dark manda. You can just see it. This is ties, some extra things. These are the dresses we made. Sherwanis. Another type of jacket. This is another sherwani. Some other products you can see. This is one fashion show why we arranged there. Thank you. One thing, just last comment I want to say, every handloom no need to revive. We need to preserve only, because only one story, small story I will tell you. I was working on this project. I developed design for fashion products, bed sheet, dupatta, so many things on CAD, and I was circulating it among that Garo people. How many of you like it? After that, one association, social association people, they came to meet me. They told me, we do not want to revive our thing. We want to keep it like this only. Please do not work on it. So I stopped that part there, then and there, and I left them ki yes, whatever is their culture, let it be like that. So no need to revive everything. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Our next presentation brings us to the role of education in sustaining textile heritage. Okay, we will just facilitate Mr. Muralidharan.
We have facilitated all the speakers, all the organizing partners. Why would you be at somebody's conversation?
For doing nothing.
I just restate what you said, for doing everything silently, standing with.
Can we have a round of applause for Dr. A.S. Muralidharan, Joint Director, Textiles Committee?
I could not join because of
He was in meeting, he is going back into another meeting.
Only one word I will say. Whenever you are using handloom, use handloom mark. That is the symbol of origin. It's not for me. It's the government is wrong. That's like hallmark in code.
Yes.
This is a hallmark for the handloom. So regulation is going to come. I think Santosh will tell you. Regulation will
लंबा गया उसका lecture.
Draft already is made and it's even published in WTO World Trade Organization website for calling international objections. So far we have not received any objections. So it's going to come. So gold hallmark like the handloom. Thank you.
He wants to take a picture.
Acha.
Thank you so much, sir. Our next presentation brings us to the role of education in sustaining textile heritage. We welcome Ms. Bijal Dedia and Dr. Pradnya Ambre. Their presentation is titled Pedagogy to Practice, Fostering Sustainable Textile Heritage. May you all...
Good evening. So we are here to present our work. Rather than presenting, sharing what we are practicing at the Department of Textile Science and Fashion Design, Dr. BMN College of Home Science, Pedagogy to Practice, Fostering Sustainable Textile Heritage through campus-led handloom initiatives. So since the time National Handloom Day started, 2015, we just had, I remember first year of that celebration, we had one bulletin board display sharing the knowledge and the heritage of textiles with students. So here
we are going to present our 6 years pedagogical journey, 2020 to 2026, though it started in 2015, transforming National Handloom Day into a structured ecosystem of heritage education, experiential learning and student development. So as we all are talking about India's living textile heritage, the rural employment, it supports sustainable production, cultural continuity. The threat we have already spoken about and heard, that the dominance of fast fashion, then declining interest among the younger generations and changing consumer preferences. So to address these challenges and threats, the Government of India introduced the National Handloom Day celebration. Theoretical foundations to support these pedagogical approach was taken from UNESCO Education for Sustainable Development, as it supports the Sustainable Development Goals. Fletcher Sustainable Fashion Model. Indian knowledge system, of course, since the time the National Education Policy is implemented into higher education, we as an empowered autonomous college, we implemented NEP in 2020-23, and with that, again, introduction of the Indian knowledge system, we introduced this textile heritage knowledge through various lecture series. So study objectives, pedagogy driven framework, knowledge construction, student leadership and replicable model. Research design at Dr. BMN College of Home Science, Department of Textile Science and Fashion Design. This study particularly focuses on qualitative case study approach, where the entire pedagogical approach is altered and changed from year to year onwards. 2020 we started with one online webinar by one of the experts in textile heritage and handloom sector, and then it has come to the celebration of the entire full one-day event. 6 pedagogical themes which we are going to discuss in this presentation: heritage awareness and I guess lecture series, experiential learning because the students were part of it, creativity and innovation. We have the students designing their own creations and garments using handloom materials and khadi materials. Student leadership, because this event entirely was led by students under the mentorship of the faculty members of the department. Entrepreneurship development and continuous pedagogical improvement, as I mentioned earlier. Theme 1, heritage awareness through Indian knowledge system. So here we introduced the continuous lecture series under IKS. So every year we made it a point that one expert from the field comes and addresses the students on this rich heritage of textiles and khadi and handloom, and which was perfectly aligned with the objectives and aims of NEP 2020. So we can see 2020 webinar we had, then we have invited the speakers right from 2023, 2024, 2025 and latest 2026. So different speakers coming up and sharing the textile heritage knowledge with students. Theme 2, experiential learning model. Beyond classroom learning, we also thought that the workshops, hands-on workshops which were done by the students, done by the artisans, experts and Paramparik Karigars, also helped to shape this event as a pedagogical model. Theme 3, creativity, innovation through heritage-based design, where we introduced and the design competition among our own students, the third year students, where they designed one of their tunic top using handloom and khadi material. And this we started since 2015, but then we turned into a competitive manner so that students are more into sourcing the materials, authenticity, designing and even the surface ornamentation techniques. Along with that, we also introduced the competitions which also focus on the use of handloom material or sharing the traditional knowledge and handloom heritage, which anybody could be a part of, because we are a college under Seva Mandal Education Society, where different colleges, more than 6,000 students are present on campus, doing different courses. So we introduced this, we have our Polytechnic department, BC department, Applied Art department. So we thought that even other students should take part into these competitions. Then a progressive student leadership model, this we started because the level wise we thought that first year level student will be just, they will be observing and awareness through the IKS lectures. Second year students will do the coordination and they will collaborate with the third year students. Final year students will take the leadership and design the entire event, a full day event which will be of the various sections, like we have museum display, then we have laboratories where we can have the hands-on display or the workshop on weaving and such like that. Every small little detail was planned by the third year students under the mentorship of the faculty. Theme 5, entrepreneurship development. I will just request my colleague to take over from here.
Hello, my name is Vijay Peria. Just to continue because we have to finish a little faster. So we took up like an entrepreneurial development. Now in this there are two things. One which they have to do only with the handloom material, and there are few things that they do the crochet part and the other things that we are teaching them under the skill development. And we are happy to announce as a NAC criteria, the criteria 6, we have to form the clubs now. So under which we found a domain clubs, under which we had a Navodhyam entrepreneurial club, and now through that we are doing a lot of activities for them. So as we see, this is a continuous learning pedagogical thing where webinars and lectures we started, then field visit, IKS and digitalization of a lot of textiles we have started doing. Then we are doing entrepreneurship. So this is just again the repetition of whatever activities that we are conducting. So that is the outcome. So these are the opportunities that we are giving them.
National then after doing all this, then we studied this model very carefully to represent as it is as multidimensional pedagogical platform which fosters entrepreneurship, textile education, sustainability, experiential learning, which was very, very important, and then creativity, innovation, and the leadership qualities. As an outcome, a measurable outcome, but indirect outcome, where our 2 students have started. This is a particular example from a NEP batch. As we implemented NEP in 2023, 2 of our students started their own startup, one of which is Rutuja's Craftopia, which she started in her 2nd year, and Tanisha Rathod Taga, which is again with handloom and handmade materials. She has started her own brand. So developing this industry readiness through this particular pedagogical model, creativity, innovation, leadership and teamwork, entrepreneurial thinking, and communication and event management. So we have one small video to share. And we also have the garments which our students have designed this year, which we have displayed outside and we just got to show. Each and every pattern, like if it is a batch of 20, 25, depending on the number of the students in that batch at 3rd year level, each design is unique and each design is created by their own understanding of innovation and selection and sourcing of the fabrics, right from the sourcing and to the surface ornamentation. So as Jignasa ma'am was saying that we require a lot of design interventions. So we have this one example to share as far as our handloom and traditional textiles are concerned.
Okay, just to say, whatever we do, we are posting it on our page. We have TSFD_BMN college page. So all these videos that we wanted to show you are there on that page. You can always follow our page and they can see in that. So thank you so much. Okay, I'll just repeat it. Our page is TSFD_BMN college. So you all can follow our page. and you all can see all the videos, even whatever small activities the students are doing, we keep on posting it now. BMN, B for Bombay, M for Monkey, N for Nest. BMN College.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And now we come to our final presentation of today's technical session. Our final speaker is Ms. Neena Lokare, Assistant Professor, Fashion Design, NIFT, Ministry of Textiles, Government of India. Her presentation is titled The Next Patini, Can Tradition Grow Without Losing Its Soul? Ma'am, I invite
Can we
you
all
to
clap for the last speaker? And the showstopper. Okay. So let's start. I'll come to the point. The next Patini. I myself, Neena Lokare. I'm Assistant Professor at NIFT. I'm a NIFTian myself. And I work in handlooms almost now more than 15 years. I've been working in handlooms. And the next Patini, the tradition without losing its soul. So what is a Patini and the real essence of Patini? So, in Marathi it said, Padara Varti Zarda Risa Mor Nachra Hava. Means I want to see that dancing peacock on the pallu of your sari. And that sari is Patini. So this is how Patini has been placed in Maharashtrian culture since decade. And the whole point is, yeah, yes. And the whole point is not to let the essence of the real Patini go and work on the Patini. So we are not here what project I will be showing you. We are not disturbing the motives of Patini. We are not disturbing the technique, the color and the GI identity of the product. So the problem identified, there are two problems identified with Patini. One is the machine loom Patini, which is replacing the new Patini, the hand loom Patinis. So this is when we had meetings with a lot of weavers and we came to know that even a bride who is buying a Patini for 25,000 is taking home a machine made Patini. And she is not aware of the fact that this is not a hand loom. So yes, we are, I'm going to approach sir for taking the handloom mark for this particular textile. And the second thing is that how this Patini has evolved before. Patini started with silk, it was pure silk on silk, and it evolved with cotton. I think most of us have a cotton Patini also in your wardrobe. So now what next? What is the next fiber we want to wear? So here the solution. We have introduced hemp as a different fiber in the Patini textile, and we researched a lot. We worked with the company Boheco. I'll come to the point. It was a big presentation. We worked with the company Boheco, Bombay Hemp Company. We took yarns from them. We got the yarn sponsored. We went to the cluster. We as in like me and my weaver. I have a tagline like not without my weaver. So I always, take all my assignments and I always tag all my weavers in my presentations. So why hemp? So it is very clear that hemp, you know how hemp is grown and what are the, so I'm not getting into the nitty-gritties of what hemp is. But here I only would like to tell you that why hemp is because it doesn't require a particular sort of, it's a natural fiber which is already tested. So you don't have to test. If I'm taking some other yarn, I will have to test it. But this is like a certified thing. So I'm not touching, I'm not compromising the Patini's identity here. And this hemp is only going to strengthen its heritage. So hemp versus cotton. So yes, it's 0% of world's pesticides. The growth cycle for the hemp is 3 to 4 months. So these are the basic points. जब हम sustainability की तरफ जा ही रहे हैं, तो हम full fledged क्यों नहीं जाए? Why the handloom sector only stops with cotton and silk and few other fibers? Why not a fiber which is more sustainable than cotton? I am not, saying that cotton is not good. I am only saying that why not? It's we who have to take the next fiber in picture. So is our innovation practical? Yes. New looms required? No. New weaving technique required? No. Existing weavers can adopt it? Yes, because we have. And I have got a sample here to show you. So this is India's first
hemp bethany, which we have made. It is 24-30 cotton, because the first prototype which we made was 32's cotton, and the hemp is a very thick fiber. So हम drape नहीं कर पाए. I could do the pleats, but I couldn't pleat the pallu. So then we diluted it to 30s and 70s, 30 cotton and 70 hemp, and then this is what the product is. But this is still not approved. We are on the third product, the final product, where we are using warping also of 24, 30s and 70s hemp. So this is beyond sustainability. This is how we are planning to position in the market. So silk bethany 25 to 1.5 lakhs, then cotton bethany 5 to 50, but hemp bethany we can easily put it around 7 to 10,000. So it will replace. Yes, sorry. Yeah, it's very good. First we thought that it will be a very expensive sari, but then it is not. It will be quite feasible, and it will land up in the cotton bethany range. So who this is for? This is for all of us who love bethany, all of us who want to buy something different, and we would like to see all the handlooms henceforth, like Maheshwaris and all. We are planning to launch hemp in different other handlooms too. Hemp is not cheaper than cotton yarn, but then it is like till cotton only, because and then this is a cotton blend which we have to use, because the fall will have to. So he is the weaver who has been working on this project. These are the prototyping stage. These are the prototypes which we made. This is the first prototype, which is 100% hemp fiber, which actually didn't work out because it was like really it didn't get the fall what we wanted. This is a 24 this thing, and these are the samples what I have got. I have not got all the samples. 24. This is the SWOT analysis. Yes, thank you so much. Anyone wants to ask anything? Yes.
We'll complete the formality and then we can ask.
Okay. Thank you everyone.
We have a showstopper schedule.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We now come to the vote of thanks. May I invite Ms. Niyati Mota, Manager, Anveshanam Foundation, to propose the vote of thanks and formally conclude this conference. Niyati has assisted with the organization and coordination of today's event, so I would like a round of applause for her.
Just 1 minute. Very quiet. I think an event is never over without the students' participation. And we are having Sophia College. They just have a simple walk of 2 minutes. They have bought some handlooms for us to appreciate. Icing on the cake.
Starting from here? Okay.
Textiles Value Chain for organizing this beautiful conference. I'd like to thank all the organizing partners for their support. I'd like to thank the speakers for their valuable insights. I'd also like to thank the student volunteers and the participants. Thank you.
I'd just like to say that we can give a little more stronger clap for Niyati. She is the one who has done the maximum work.
Yes, and
So,
quietly.
let us say, appreciate that. Thank you so much. And now we have the national song. We are very close to our Independence Day also.
Yeah.
And we are in under the Government of India organization.
Yes.